What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet? Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal. Hannibal and Monty Shit Show! Holy shit! My name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty Shit Show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together! Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
All right.
There we go. We are live.
All right. Welcome to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I am Monty.
And today's episode is episode 10. Maybe an episode about...
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water. Chemicals in the water. The friggin' frog's gay.
Or
Garbage pail crackers.
Nice. I like that it was kind of rough around the edges. Like garbage pail crackers.
yes. So, welcome to the shit show, everybody. Tonight we will be talking about garbage pail crackers, which is a very specific group of white people. Not all white people, just the ones that like to call the police on us. You know who you are. That being said, what you saw at the beginning was a video from Scientist Mel. Not your typical Scientist Mel video. She wanted to mix it up a little bit this week.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the switch up.
Yeah, my only critique is, Mel, you need some Team MFM beats. I know how to get in touch with those guys. So,
right, and Ace Wonder is in the chat room. D Flowers, Ace Wonder, my motherfucking best friend, is in the building. I see you in the thread, nigga.
Yes. And look, Shayla's got her wrench now. How you feel about that wrench, Shayla? But
yeah, how do you feel about the with great wrench comes great responsibility? So.
Yes. So, but also, if you like the shit you're watching, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If you don't like the shit you're watching, give us a thumbs down. We don't give a fuck. We want it all. So
I want the thumbs up.
Yeah,
I want the thumbs up. I know he's saying he don't care. I care.
Oh no, I actually care more about the thumbs down. Like trolls are your best advertisement. Bring it on. Bring it on. Come at us. So
I got you. I
who's
turned my radio off my phone.
I was like, who the fuck is playing Street Fighter while we're trying to start a show? So
What the hell is going on?
But yeah, that being said, like, and if you like us, also find us on Facebook. Just search Hannibal and Monty. Facebook.com. I think it's still / the little page or / Hannibal and Monty. We're bad at this. Sorry. Find us. We're all over the place. And pretty soon we'll be simulcasting on YouTube and Facebook Live once I figure out how that shit works.
Yeah, we're gonna do YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram Live all at the same time.
Yes.
So that way you guys can judge us and criticize us in real time and everything that we do. But we have a motherfucking guest today.
We have a guest. And
not just a guest.
Yes. And look, let's set him up. And you know, as it was said, and I'm gonna get you, sucker, every good hero should have some theme music. So here we go.
Yes.
He doesn't claim to be a king atheist. He doesn't claim to be the prince of atheists. He doesn't claim to be the court jester of atheists. This guy claims to be the emperor atheist.
Yes, Emperor Atheist. So, what is up, Emperor Atheist? Tell us about yourself.
In the building. One third of 3 Black Heathen.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Like that's such a cool name. Like I'm low key working on like a secret rap group right now. Me and 2 other people. I'm not gonna be rapping. I'm gonna be producing. But I was like, man, if 3 Black Heathens wasn't taken already, that would be our motherfucking name. I love that shit.
Why don't we hit up Imp, Nate, and Drag?
We might let you use it, man. Just give us a little royalty. That's it.
Okay. Shit. It's on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so tell us about yourself, Imp. What's up?
Well, y'all know me, man. Well, specifically Hannibal know all my different parts. But as far as Emperor Atheist, man, you know, y'all can find me on YouTube. I haven't had this YouTube channel about 2 years. Emperor Atheist channel. And I'm on Patreon too. People give to the pastor, by the way, giving me too. Find me on Instagram. Well, hey, why not? You can find me on Instagram. I'm just at least I'm gonna tell you some reality. I ain't gonna tell you no BS. But you can find me on Instagram too. It's Alex Legend. That's my name as well. And Facebook, Alex Legend. So, but most of them on Instagram. I'm actually start cranking my Emperor Atheist Instagram back up. Well, most of my Instagram and Facebook is basically filled with what I do in the daytime and the nighttime. That's promote parties, do music, da.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
that's where you can find me, man. The lovely ladies of Atlanta.
That's right. In ATL, of course.
Yes. So I'm a little outnumbered on this show. I'm the only one not in Atlanta right now.
Yeah. But you know what? It's all right. You know what I'm saying? So it's
okay.
Like because I'll be back home before the year's out, hopefully. So we'll be able to do a live Hannibal and Monty shit show. And to Emperor Atheist, me and you don't never hang out in Atlanta because I know we always moving around doing shit. But we don't just be hanging out and shit. We need to change that. You know what I'm saying? Not just talk online. We need to just be like, I'm in Atlanta, you in Atlanta. We need to link up.
There you go.
We used to link up years ago.
I know. We got to change that. We got to, not just, just every now and then. We got to just link up, just go get lunch, some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes.
Find a place that sell quinoa and kale. You know what I'm saying?
Look. Right. I told you the test, man. Like, y'all ain't going to get quinoa and kale. Like, the test, that's some white people shit. Like, and just so you know, we ran over this test when Nate was on the show. Like, if you want to know if what you're about to do is some white people shit, just say to yourself, nigga, you want to go get some quinoa and kale? That don't sound right. That don't sound right.
Some white people shit.
Yeah.
White people shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But is it garbage pail white people shit?
No, it's not garbage pail white people shit, and that's what we're talking about today.
Okay, cool.
But before we get into that, I just want to mention this before we get done with Emperor Atheist intro. So we're Facebook friends, and I'm scrolling through, and right now the picture should be popping up on the screen. It's a screenshot of an email Emperor Atheist got from YouTube that says, regarding your account, Emperor Atheist, we have received a legal complaint regarding your video from the government. After review, the following video, Prophet Muhammad was a pedophile, the Quran is straight bullshit, part 3, has been blocked from view in the following YouTube country sites. Pakistan. YouTube blocks content where necessary to comply with local laws. Please review our Help Center article and legal complaints linked below. Sincerely, YouTube team. I just had to mention it. I've been laughing at this since he posted it.
You got a whole country to ban your shit, bro.
And to go along with it, I queued up a sound clip for you. Here you go.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
The appropriateness of it being Eminem too is even better.
I know.
That's great. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's some cool shit. That's cool shit.
Yeah.
Oh, these sounds are working now. But continue.
They actually hit me up, man. They don't even want me to put Pakistan in my tags. On either other videos I might do in the future, they only want me to tag Pakistan, so which I wouldn't, but I'm just saying. I started to. I wanted to, but I won't.
Like Pakistan is some kid that you're bullying. It's like, look,
that's
look.
terrible, man.
Listen, Alex,
Well, that's one
leave
country,
Tommy
that's one
alone.
country I know I can't travel to. That's one country I know I can't travel to. Definitely.
And you know what the crazy thing is? Whenever I'm on Groupon, tickets to Pakistan is like buku cheap.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right, it's cheaper than getting adult painting classes. It's cheaper to do Build-A-Bear than it is. I mean, it's cheaper to go to Pakistan than it is to do Build-A-Bear on Groupon. Like, that shit is cheap as hell. Bro. You can't.
That shit whole ass country, man.
Crazy as hell. They be having these tickets sometimes where it be like there's a movie theater in Atlanta where you can go see a movie and they'll give you dinner at the movie. That shit is more expensive than Groupon tickets to Pakistan right now.
Shit. All right. Maybe we can do a shit show live from Pakistan. Maybe we can remote Emperor Atheist in. Uh-oh.
Bro, that should be like buy one,
hang
get
on.
one free.
Y'all keep going. My shit cut out. Because my fucking dog. Close that.
Okay. I got you. Well,
cut out a little bit.
I definitely have all kinds of things that I want to talk about.
I can't hear you. Y'all keep it going.
Okay. All right. Monty and I just went, well, not together, but we both just recently saw Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse.
Uh-oh. That's the one. I heard it's good. I ain't even went yet, man.
That shit is so. I'm going to tell you what I think about it first. I know we're going to talk about Garbage Pail Crackers. Everybody that's tuning in is like, we don't want to hear y'all talk about no goddamn Spider-Man. We ain't trying to hear y'all talk about this or that. All we want to hear y'all talk about is these white people that be calling. We getting to it. All right, it's coming.
We're gonna
get give us some time. Give us some time.
This is the appetizer. This is the foreplay. All right, so let me just tweak the nipples.
Yeah, right? yeah. We're gonna rub a little bit, stroke your hair a little bit. You know
what I'm saying? Is that a thing? Do women appreciate having their hair stroked? I've only dated black women. I can't ever touch the hair.
I assume so. Like, I just
go until some black women don't mind you touching their hair, though, Hannibal.
I guess. I mean,
you've been fucking with these Atlanta weave kings too long, man. ATL weave queens. No, you gotta step up. Gotta hit some Caribbean sisters, man. Fuck with some Caribbean sisters.
Maybe that's it. I gotta step my black woman.
Get away from all these goddamn weave queens and shit.
But yeah, Monty. So we both went and saw Into the Spideyverse, and when I saw it, I immediately called Monty to tell him some of my opinions of it, but not to get too deep into it. And when he saw it, he called me, and we purposefully didn't talk about it so we could save it on the show.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say what I need to say about it. And okay. Monty, I want to hear your thoughts.
All right.
I'm gonna keep it's real succinct. It's real to the point. All right.
Yeah.
Into the Spideyverse, for me, for my money, is the best Spider-Man movie made to date. It is the best Sony superhero film to date.
Damn.
And I think it's the best animated film it's the best animated film I saw this year. So it's definitely in very high regard. I think that movie is an A. I think everybody needs to go see it. That movie is fucking fantastic.
That is a bold as fuck statement, but I'm not even mad at it.
Yeah, it's the movie was great. Like, I think Shayla and I are gonna go see it again on Christmas. Oh wait, there's a war on Christmas, so holidays. We're gonna go see it on the happy holiday.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, I don't mean to break up your Spidey lovey thing. And by the way, man, shout out to Stan Smith, rest in peace.
Stan Lee.
I mean, excuse me. I'm thinking about some damn tennis shoes. Of course, Stan Lee. We grew up on Stan Smith too. I love Stan Smith. Shout out to Stan Lee. But listen, man, have any one of you seen Aquaman yet? I keep hearing people talk.
It's not out yet.
He's been letting me down lately.
It's been, look, the movie is so there's some sneak peeks that have been like the people that are getting those advanced tickets and stuff.
Right.
So I've been seeing some of the feedback online about it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna see it on Christmas Day. And but just
you gonna see Aquaman too? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to see. Look, I have a Christmas tradition, Emperor Atheist. I go on Christmas 9-10 o'clock in the morning. I get my ass up and I go to the movies all motherfucking day. all day.
With the
5
claps.
movies on Christmas.
Shit.
I'm gonna see 5 fucking movies on Christmas Day.
Yeah, that
all
shit
right?
was kind of different, wasn't it, Monty, with the collapse?
Yes.
Yeah, look, listen. I'm going to see Bumblebee. I'm going to see Aquaman. I'm going to see Spider-Man again. Gonna go see that motherfucking Mary Poppins, and I'm gonna see something that's I'm gonna be in that motherfucker all.
See, do you notice what he did? He turned seeing a super white movie to some black shit. I'm going to see that motherfucking Mary Poppins. Because he can't say I'm going to see Mary Poppins.
I gotta ask the question, man. Why would Transformers just make Bumblebee, man? You
Because
think they're getting desperate or what?
No, I think they might be getting desperate, but they're getting desperate and pulling out the stops and doing what the fans originally wanted with Bumblebee. That's why I think it's going to be good.
But if you're gonna do a solo Transformer, you should do Optimus Prime first, not Bumblebee.
No, I get what the Emperor is saying. I
do get what he's saying.
Optimus is the primes are the main theme of Transformers. Going back to the 80s, it's all about the primes, not damn Bumblebee. Like, why don't you make a solo? Even though I got to give it up to Bumblebee character in the last few movies. Bumblebee do make the movie. He been making these movies, but damn, if you're gonna do a solo one, you should start with Optimus, man. I mean, come on, man.
I agree. And look, going on Bumblebee, I was joking with research and development the other day, and we were talking about which one was it? It was I can't remember the first Mark Wahlberg one.
Age of Extinction.
Yeah, when Optimus Prime flies off at the end.
Right.
How it makes no goddamn sense that he could fly all along, especially since they tore Jetfire apart to make wings for him to fly.
Right.
I thought a better thing to do at that point was that's where you make Bumblebee speak, and Bumblebee looks over at all the other Autobots around and goes, "He could fly all this time?" and then everybody says, "Wait, you can talk?" "Yeah, I can talk. Y'all are just morons. I got nothing to say to you." It's been fixed since part 2.
Right.
So
yeah, I said I went on. I did a week. Our last show was all about the Transformers movies, and I literally did a 2.5 of our 4.5 hour show. I did a 2.5 hour What's Eating Hannibal because I hate those movies so much, and I despise Michael Bay and everything he stands for. It's like
you don't like the Transformers movies, huh?
Oh, I can't stand them either.
You don't like them?
No.
Oh my God!
The acting. I think the acting is kind of overzealous, but I just love the Transformers from the '80s. So I was just happy somebody brought it to the big screen. Shit.
I wish they had done it right.
Well, you know what? But see, you know what though, Monty? I agree with that. But I said the same thing about Spider-Man. All those years, garbage ass Spider-Man was coming out. Then I saw Homecoming, and I love Homecoming.
Yeah, Homecoming was the shit. Go see Into the Spider-Verse. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
Go see it.
I was so happy to see Homecoming. I was like, God damn, somebody really did it right this time.
Yeah,
I was happy.
Homecoming was dope. And you know what's great about Homecoming? What's great about Homecoming? No origin story. We know who he is. Let's just join the story already in progress.
Actually, it was an origin story.
Kind of, sort of.
Oh, Homecoming. I'm thinking Into the Spider-Verse.
I'm talking about Homecoming.
Yeah. Homecoming wasn't an origin story.
I'm talking about Marvel.
Yeah.
The one Marvel did, right.
I'm sorry.
That shit was fun. Actually, Marvel and Sony did that movie together.
Yeah, they did. You're right about that.
That's why it didn't all the way suck.
Yeah,
I loved it.
But they got it right. I like Tom Holland. I like how they infused Iron Man into the storyline.
Exactly. Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. The Tobey Maguire, all them garbage ass. How can you not put Tony Stark in the Spider-Man movie? You got to. I mean, there's no way you can leave out Stark Foundation in a Spider-Man.
I thought Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Octopus was fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
The first one. I didn't like the third one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, Monty. Yeah, go ahead. So what did you think of the Spider-Verse? So we can get into some important shit.
Yeah, go ahead, Monty.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Monty.
The Spider-Verse was my second favorite of all the Spider-Man movies, but I'm not mad at Hannibal saying he thinks it was the best. because it's that damn good. To me, or for me, Spider-Man 2 just had everything a Spider-Man movie needs to have. Other than, the only thing I would change about Spider-Man 2 was I would make Tom Holland Peter Parker. And that movie would be fucking flawless.
No, you know what would make that movie flawless? If you let anybody else play Mary Jane except for Kirsten Dunst.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, she was terrible,
just get rid of her, and the movie's dope.
I didn't even care about Mary Jane though. It was a Spider-Man movie, and
but
she was just
not care about Mary
You
Jane.
got to care about Mary Jane, man. What are you talking about?
Mary Jane. Like, people always say that, and I get into this with people. Mary Jane is Mary Jane. She's an important character, but when you boil Spider-Man down, Mary Jane's just somebody that makes his life more complicated, which is what Spider-Man needs. A complicated life outside of the costume.
That's why you need a good Mary Jane.
She's a complication.
To make your life complicated.
And I admit, we could have had a better Mary Jane. I'm not even arguing with you all on it.
Okay, cool.
I don't put that much importance on her, because she's a complication. Is she making it complicated for him? All right, she's doing her job.
That's like saying you don't think Peter Parker grandmama is an important part.
I think she's more important than Mary Jane. Aunt May
You think
way
so?
yeah, she's way more important than Mary Jane. Like, she's the person that teaches him how to balance being a hero and Spider-Man without even knowing it. She's Wilson on the other side of the fence from Home Improvement.
Right.
Wilson's the most important character in that show, because this is where Tim's dumbass is going to figure out what he's doing wrong when we knew all along.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So that's Aunt May. But yeah, that's what I thought of. I just fucking love that movie, and we're gonna have to break it down on some other show at some point.
What y'all talking about? Spider-Verse?
Yeah, Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Like,
We might have to bring the Son of the Mongoose back so we can add this movie to our lists.
Yeah.
Our Spider-Man list. And at some point, like either at the very end of this year or the very beginning of next year, I want to do a show where we take all the comic book movies that came out in 2018 and put them in order from most favorite to least.
I want to be on that show with y'all. I want to do that. Definitely.
all right.
You will always welcome. We do most favorite to least favorite. Yeah. But look, when we do the show, we're not just doing the theatrical releases. I'm also doing the DVD releases too. So there was like DC put out like 2 animated movies last year.
Yeah, they did.
And I didn't see the Teen Titans movie when it came out in theaters, so I still need to see that.
All right. Well, you know what we could do for that show? I'm gonna do. This is a random segment with no intro on the show where I call "Let's Plan a Show" live on air. What if we get all 3 black heathens to come and do that show with us on the same show?
Cool.
Ooh, you talking some gangster shit now, son. Now
yes.
You talking some shit, which and a great way to tie back into the episode. That'll definitely get some white people calling the cops on us.
Yeah. Like, let's make the white folks call the cops on us on YouTube.
Right. Maybe we can get banned. We can get banned. Garbage Pail America.
Yeah. We'll get banned on YouTube. Like, there's 3 of them on a live stream right now. And you know what?
These niggas are going wild.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use as the background image for that that episode. I'm a Photoshop barbecue Becky with us on screen calling the cops.
What are
the numbers like right now for Spider-Verse? Have y'all checked the numbers? It's supposed to be.
No, I haven't checked. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna Google it right now while we're on it. Spider.
Yeah, I want to see what they numbers because everybody keep bragging. I just want to see.
While you check that, Daryl,
they're doing some Black Panther numbers or not, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. It's nothing's doing Black Panther.
Nothing is. While y'all check that, Daryl just said.
We don't see no Black Panther numbers for a long time.
Yeah, probably not. Black Panther killed it. But Daryl just said the old Aunt May is definitely calling the cops on us for barbecuing.
Oh, definitely.
Big cut.
Yeah. I can't even argue.
So far, the movie's done $65 million domestically.
That ain't bad.
Yeah,
that's not, it cost them 90 to make, and then they made 67 back.
Yeah,
if the 60.
That ain't bad. So they're gonna make all their money back and some more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna definitely make some more.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was made all in Adobe Creative Suite.
Yeah, the animation of it is real interesting. And at first, I didn't think I was gonna like it because of the style, but because of the style, I think it made me like the movie more.
Yeah.
You know, it gives the movie a certain
yeah. And I have
personality.
one critique, and it's an art nerd critique. Their foreground blurs drove me fucking nuts. How they doubled the image, like.
Okay, look, the shit was throwing me off so much. Like I asked Shell, I was like, "Do we buy a regular ticket or a 3D ticket?" It was fucking with me for a while, but then I realized they were doing that on purpose.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, that's an interesting artistic choice." But,
yeah, I did not like that. That's my biggest critique for the movie. That's how much I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, let's get into
anyway.
Let's do shit we don't care about.
Yeah, let's do some shit we don't care about. And Emperor Atheist, I don't know how much you've seen our show, and no offense if you haven't. This is shit we don't care about. So you'll kind of get how you'll get how it works once we start. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's get into it.
All right, shit we don't care about.
Oh, no audio.
No audio.
It's getting
That's
fixed.
some shit I don't care about.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about the.
No audio.
Yeah, it's getting fixed. They're seeing that awesome intro made by me and Hannibal.
Yeah.
Hannibal started it, and I took it up, and
To fill 24
there we go.
hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened. With footage here, bullshit which began just after 3 o'clock.
That's bullshit. This is bullshit. This
oh, come on.
bullshit. You know what? This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit.
That's bullshit, Gary! Nerd! Okay, music stops.
Send the beat, fucking with you. Yep. Little stupid ass, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes. So.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Let's get into some shit. Let's see. So
Yes.
at this segment of the show, I will throw out a couple news headlines, and then you guys tell me if you give a shit or not.
Okay.
You know, and if you give a shit, we'll dig into the story, and if you don't give a shit, we'll just go on to the next. This is like the fastest segment we have on the show. This segment lasts like 45 seconds every episode.
Yes. Let's see what's
All
up.
right.
Let's see what we don't
All
give a
right.
shit about.
All right, first article is, I'm pulling it up now. Melania Trump is blonde now, and people have thoughts.
I don't give a fuck.
Who gives a fuck?
All right, next story. Let's see. Drake allegedly has increased his security because of his beef with Kanye West.
No fucks given.
You don't care about his.
You know what? I'm a Drake fan, but I still don't give a fuck.
So here's my thing, bro. I don't know who to feel more embarrassed for, Drake or Kanye in this situation. Because Kanye is like, I'm nervous that like, oh, you made threats against my family, so if anything happened to me, y'all know Drake did it. Like, when did Drake become a gangster?
Man, Kanye is a fucking mental health case, man.
That shit is insane to me. And then
But
Drake,
I actually do believe that Drake called him with that bullshit. I do believe that.
yeah, I do believe he called him with some shit, but I'm just like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Next story. Amal Clooney, I guess she's related to George Clooney some kind of way.
She is.
All right.
It's his daughter.
That's his
all right.
daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, Amal Clooney's royal wedding dress is now available for purchase.
No, I don't. No.
I mean, what the fuck? We supposed to buy it? What the fuck? I mean, who cares? We supposed to.
All right.
Fuck.
And the last story is Danielle Staub. Is it Staub? Danielle Staub's estranged husband blames split on return to RHONJ.
Look, just stop. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, Real Housewives of New Jersey. Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Well, you don't give a fuck because you don't even know what you read.
Yeah, I don't. You're right. It's true. I don't.
Right, so obviously you don't give a fuck.
All right. Well, that's it.
You don't give a fuck. Me and Monty damn still don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like
you don't give a damn. We don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. That's it. That's the end of shit we don't care about.
All right.
Man, I would like, if it's possible, I would like to add one to that though.
Add one.
I would like to talk about this shit. What do y'all think about Offset and the and the Migos, and they're the greatest group of all time?
Wait. Oh man, I want to get into this shit too. So
look, save it.
Okay.
Since we want to get into it, save it because this is what shit we don't care about leads into important shit. Y'all can lead off important shit. Y'all can be the first bit of important shit. Hit that music for us. Let's see if this video fucks up or not this time.
All right, let's do important shit now.
Flying zombies.
Oh, it's gonna be a bitch.
Talk radio. And Team MF.
Yep, it's gonna be a bitch. Come on, you can do it.
Action news with LD.
It's trying.
Keith, the man on the street. Meteorologist, science. Weather. And Hannibal and Monty's action news anchors, Hannibal and Monty. And now, here's lead anchor Monty.
It's trying.
Important shit.
All right. That was like a barbed wire baseball bat up the ass watching that fuck up.
One of these days, that intro's gonna play right, and it's gonna be dope as hell. But just so y'all know, that intro and that music is the visual and the audio for that motherfucker is amazing. One of these days, y'all gonna hit and be like, "Oh yeah, that's shit cold blooded."
Today is not that day.
Not today. Not today. You know what I'm saying? But look, this is only episode 10, so wait till episode 20, and we'll have that shit together.
Yeah, or episode 220. We'll get it by then.
Either one.
Yeah.
Or or not, and we just leave it the way it is. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If you want it fixed, pay us money, goddamn it.
Yeah. So.
On the Patreon, bitch.
Oh, we don't have one of those yet. I go for a
Not
Patreon.
Y'all got to get 1,000 subs first.
Yeah, 1,000.
We got to help y'all get there, man.
Yeah, that's the number.
Promoting will start. Promoting will be a good start.
Yeah. We're getting there. We're sitting
one fight at a time. Man.
Yeah, we're sitting high at 85, and we appreciate all 85 of y'all motherfuckers. Or 87?
No, 87. 87, Monty. 87.
Yeah. We love all of y'all. So keep coming back and watching this shit. And tell your friends about it. That's important.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you can honestly tell your friends when we're live, y'all should come watch this shit show because it really is a shit show. So get on in here and check it out. But anyway, important shit. So y'all were talking about something. Let's continue with important shit. Get back on some Migos, Offset, and shit I don't care about.
You should care about this, Monty. You should care about
it. All right, bring it on. Make me care.
Hip-hop culture. This is the hip-hop culture we're talking about, man.
I do care about hip-hop culture, but I still have trouble inserting Migos into there, even though they are part of it. And I will.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's basically what I'm saying. I think it's a problem. We have a generation disconnect that's not good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't really care about the music like that. There's some songs that I do like. They are catchy. You know what I mean? I used to like Kodak Black, but then I'm starting to listen to him more. The shit is sounding wonderful now.
Yeah, fucking Charlemagne ruined Kodak Black for me because every time I hear him, I'm like, fuck, he's right. Kodak Black sounds like lawn equipment.
But I'm just...
like somebody's mowing the yard, like.
He monotone to death like a motherfucker.
Yeah, and
but you know what? The young boy really got some fucking talent though.
No, he really is. Like at first I was discounting him really because I didn't like the way his voice sounded.
Me
but
too.
The more I listened to his shout out to Thrift Store Dan in the thread.
Thrift Store Dan, what's up, Thrift Store Dan?
Yeah, what's going on, dude? No problem.
Yeah, but
you were the first part of our segment, and like we're just starting out, so comments, and your comment was good, so
yeah. But yeah, man. So Offset from the Migos recently declared the Migos the greatest rap group of all time, to which a lot of people have taken offense to. None more than Lazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. And Lazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Hold on, let me pull it up real fast so I can talk about it. I wasn't prepared to talk about this right now, but I got you.
Hey, we got to talk about this, Hannibal. We got you.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, we own the motherfucker. We own it. I'm pulling it up now. Lazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony said, "Young niggas talking about they the king of R&B. Young niggas talking about they the best rap group ever. I'm just here to set the record straight. Bone Thugs and Harmony, we the best. We the biggest to have ever done it." You know what I'm saying? And he says, I could also think of some others like Outkast, NWA, EPMD, Beastie Boys that have done big things in this game and can also claim that. You know what I'm saying? But he said that Migos, sit down. We're going to shut you down for 2019. Y'all little niggas talk too much. You know what I'm saying? And then Offset came back and said something like, old niggas ain't got an M for 1,000. M's is millions. Who want to bet? LOL. And then the two guys have gone back and forth online ever since. And it spawned a very interesting debate between, people. And I had a conversation with Monty, and I wanted yesterday, and he disagreed with me and said that he wanted to talk about this on the show. So we'll do it right now before we get to the garbage pail crackers.
Yes.
I said, for my money, and for me, it's not even an arguable thing. I think it's a very easily provable thing. Outkast is the greatest rap group of all time. Monty disagrees.
I totally agree.
I
agree.
Monty disagrees.
It's not that I disagree. It's that I don't agree with you.
Who do you like, Mike? Who do you like, Mike?
That's disagreeing.
Oh, it is. I just wanted to say it. I think NWA beats out Outkast. I think Outkast comes in right after.
NWA, my homeboys, and they had a big impact in the 80s. But Outkast, man, were more. I would have to put Outkast over them for versatility. I'm not going to say record sold. We know they sold more records than NWA, but just versatility.
Actually, I don't think NWA did outsell Outkast. I think if you
they did. No. I said Outkast outsold them.
Okay. Yeah, that's what he said.
It ain't too many rap groups outsold Outkast. I mean, besides Fugees and Outkast, probably the biggest selling rap groups ever. But I have to give Outkast the edge. I mean, you got a lot of groups. I mean, Tribe Called Quest was nice.
Yeah.
The
Fugees.
Public Enemy.
Wu-Tang, Public Enemy.
I mean, like the Migos wouldn't even be in top 10, man. Like,
no,
goddamn.
No.
I mean, we
I still like we might have to break this down in an episode. I really do think. I think it's debatable. I personally think NWA is better. It might just be my own me but
yeah, it is.
I like how you're just like it is. We don't even have to talk.
Actually, me and Hannibal going on facts. He's just going on and it's okay. It's okay, man.
Look. We can bring it to.
You're also the same. I think Eminem's the best. So hey,
look,
we got you.
We can bring it to Three Black Heathens and have Monty versus Emperor Atheist. We can have that debate on your show.
Hey, no problem.
I don't debate, but I'll debate on that.
Look,
okay.
I don't want to take anything away from what NWA did for the culture, and NWA is definitely in the conversation of greatest rap groups of all time. And you know what? As we were talking about all these groups, we didn't mention Run DMC. You know
shit! No, we didn't.
Disrespectful, but.
Look, Ron DMC. I don't think I didn't try to miss him. I just don't think Ron DMC did better than NWA, Outkast, or Public Enemy. Even though we grew up on Ron, all of us grew up on Ron DMC wearing Adidas, but I just don't put them above NWA, Public Enemy, Outkast, or Wu-Tang. Honestly, I just don't. But you're right. They top 10 greatest rap groups of all time.
Yeah, they in that conversation. You know, it's like for me, Outkast, when you look at their body of work, right? If you look at all their albums are arguably classics. And then the one album they did that most people will say is not a classic was the album that won the Grammy for Album of the Year. It was the first rap album to win the Grammy for Album of the Year. And on that album that I was telling Monty about, that sold 10 million copies in the United States, not worldwide. It sold 10 million copies in their backyard. That album was an Andre album and a Big Boy album.
Yeah.
Right? The Love Below, man. The Love Below.
The Andre Benjamin single was the #1 song in the country. The Big Boy first single was the #1 song in the country. And on those two albums, there was one Outkast song called Roses. And that song was the #1 song in the country. Like you know how good.
Yes.
That's a good song. Caroline, man.
You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers are fantastic. It is just, yeah. And Ace Wonder just brought up a good point. You know, before we have this conversation, you have to define the criteria. And I know a lot of people like to do it subjectively. You know, and then I think, but the standard that I would have for measuring this, like, and the Migos have forced themselves. Yeah, the Migos have forced themselves into this conversation, and I'll tell you why. And I'm not saying this whether I like the Migos or hate the Migos. I'm just saying it for what I see. Outside of their sales, you can also see their cultural impact. Everybody in the rap game rap like the Migos. You know what I'm saying? And I have to give them credit for that. Now, to be fair, there's a generational shift that's taking place. See, our generation, or just everybody that can remember a time when there was no rap music on the radio, and then can remember a time when there was rap music on the radio. That generation, like everything that came out from like 78 up until like 2005, it was like all of those artists had the mentality of, I don't want to sound like anybody else. I'm not trying to blend in. I am trying to stand out.
Yeah, that's when it about ended, about 2005. You're right.
Yeah. And then after 2005, all the artists that came out after that are like, I don't want to stand out. I'm trying to blend in. So new rappers are more inclined to want to sound like other rappers. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think you see more people that sound like Lil Wayne, more people that sound like Drake, more people that sound like Gucci Mane, more people that sound like 2 Chainz, Migos, Rick Ross, Young Jeezy, etc. But that doesn't negate the Migos' impact. You know what I'm saying? And there haven't been any significant rap groups to come out in a solid 5, 6, 7 years. So
that's true.
You know, so I can understand where their bravado comes from. But like, y'all can't be the greatest rap group of all time. Y'all not even the greatest rap group from your state.
Damn sure not. You're not better than Goody Mob. You're not better than the Hope. Nah. Come on, man. I can name a few groups out of Georgia, period, that's better than them, man.
Yeah. And then all 3 of the Migos have put out like kind of like solo projects and like little offshoot projects and stuff. And their projects have been like, you know what I'm saying? But like,
you know what? Did you listen to all them projects, Hannibal?
I've heard.
Takeoff was the best one to me. Takeoff had the best solo album.
So Takeoffs is the one. I haven't heard Takeoffs, and I haven't heard the whole Quavo solo project.
Quavo, it was kind of garbage. It was garbage kind of.
I heard pieces of it. Oh, and Ace Wonder brought up a very good point. He says he thinks a big part of the reason people are copying the Migos is because their style is easy to copy. You know, and that's a great point. It's hard to imitate what Andre Benjamin does. It is hard to do what Big Boy does. You know, CeeLo, or I mean, and we can go down the list. Like it's hard to do what Kendrick Lamar does. It's hard to do what J. Cole does. It's hard.
Juvenile.
Yeah, but the Migos style, that's something that's easy to do, and that doesn't mean that they don't find ways to make it creative and make it more than what it is. Because I think that people don't give them the credit that they deserve as rappers. But greatest rap group of all time, you have to accomplish more than they've accomplished so far. Exactly. You know, Bone Thugs and Harmony East 1999, had a bunch of real big records on there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, there was like I always tell people, the Migos to me are the Bone Thugs and Harmony of their generation. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they beefing right now is pretty hilarious. And they're not beefing. You don't see Crazy Bone and Quavo right now just like hating on each other right now.
They beefing like that. I think Lazy Bone's just trying to give some advice to some young dudes.
Yeah.
He ain't really going in on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got another video from a while back. This is the second time he's had something to say to the Migos. Like,
is it?
This is the second time. He went on a rant in his house, just going off on them. How?
Well, I didn't know that. I missed that.
Yeah, I was following that before. Like, which is why when Hannibal mentioned it to me, I thought he was talking about that time. This is a whole different situation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What did he say then? I mean, what?
Basically the same shit. He just came back out and said it again.
Oh, okay. So it's addressing the same thing when the Migos say they're the greatest group of all time.
Yeah, because this also ain't the first time the Migos have put themselves up where the Migos don't belong.
Right. They don't say that before, right?
Yeah.
Well, this brings me to this particular subject too. While we on it, what you think about this other knucklehead from Atlanta, Hannibal? St. Jacquees, talking about he the king of reading.
So if I'm not mistaken,
I hate that shit, man.
If I'm not mistaken, I think what he said was he was the king of R&B for his generation.
Yeah, but that's still some bullshit. He did say that.
It is some bullshit, but I think it's an important distinction to make. I haven't heard enough Jacquees music to have an opinion on it, but depending on where you say his generation starts and stops,
he said 16 to 25.
16 to 25. So Chris Brown's about to be 30, right?
Right.
And I'm pretty sure Ty Dolla $ign and Jeremiah are both, closer to 30 than they are.
Right, they are.
Then
Trey Songz, all them guys kind of older now.
Yeah, Trey Songz, you know what I'm saying? They're like a generation before. So, Jacquees, I'm not as quick to disagree with him on that. Like I said, as far as the mantle of king of R&B, you know what I'm saying? That's a heavy crown to wear. You know what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly pissed on a bunch of bitches, and we allowed him to be the king of R&B. But you couldn't help but give that to R. Kelly because he was the fucking king for a long time. Yeah, and I'm gonna say this about Jacquees, and this will be the only way I can respond to this question without. This is the only way I can respond to this question without and just say what I need to say and then that be done with it. The other night at work there was a concert. It's called Winter Jam, and at that concert it was like. Tory Lanez was there, Tank was there, Trey Songz was there, Her was there, HER, she was there, Streeter was there, Lil Duval was there. It was like a bunch of acts that was there. I said all that to say this. Jacquees was there. He went on second. You can't be the king of R&B. You wasn't even the king of that night.
But
exactly.
Look, and to keep the show moving so we can get to where we're going to go, this just gave me an idea also. Maybe the shit is working and increasing his sales. So on that note, I, as Monty, representing Hannibal and Monty's shit show, want to go on record right now and say, we are the greatest show ever to be on YouTube. Right here. This is the greatest show ever on YouTube.
Oh, shit.
Quote me.
Shit.
That's hilarious.
And I'm saying that while Emperor Atheist is on our show.
That's right. I know you got a show, you know what I'm saying, but my show is better. No disrespect to your show, all right? But we had one of the hottest episodes of our Transformers of all time.
That's that Kanye shit, ain't it?
So there you go. So go ahead, clip it out, share it, spread it around. Come at us.
What else we got for important shit? That's funny.
There's really only two things, and way more important than everything else we've talked about. The first thing is, I don't know how many of y'all play the Insomniac Spider-Man game. If you're not, it's fucking awesome. And I only bring it up in important shit because something hilarious happened today. In that, for months leading up to the last DLC for the game, because there's been 3, people have been wanting the Raimi Spider-Man suit to be one of the suits that you can pick in the game. So, Insomniac has come out and said, us hearing you doesn't mean we're going to do what you're asking for. Basically saying, we're not doing the fucking Raimi suit. Like, you're not getting that suit in the game. Today, Insomniac released the update that includes the DLC that you can't play yet. And the Raimi suit is in there. Which, I was like, alright, so the fans won. But then I go and look at headlines today after that. Now all the headlines are saying, Insomniac decided to put the worst Spider-Man costume ever in the game. Like, what the fuck do y'all want, Internet?
Oh, we lost Emperor Atheist for a second.
All right, he'll be back. Like, what the fuck? Like, how? How do you bitch and complain that Insomniac's not going to put this in? And then when they do, you talk about it like they fucked up. So, it just amused the shit out of me today. And yeah. So I don't know if y'all have thoughts and feelings. I doubt it because it's just me. Like that's what important shit's all about. This is normally a quick segment, but we got bogged down. And
hey, it's all good, man.
Yeah. And the last little bit is open your ears, listen. That song is still awesome.
I mean, really, Monty? Really?
Yes, that's important shit.
Really?
Like, y'all didn't realize that?
I mean, if you gonna pick up a fucking Boys and Men song, why you didn't do Let It Snow? Probably one of the best Christmas songs ever written and performed.
It is.
Nope. Look. What, really?
I mean, don't you think that would be deemed as an appropriate time to play Boys and Men?
It would, but like one of the best Christmas songs ever written. And when we got, y'all were just talking about Outkast, we got Players Ball.
Ball, yeah.
Or Christmas in Hollis, Eazy-E's Merry Motherfucking Christmas.
You just gonna look all over Luther Vandross and go to Easy fucking E now? What's wrong with
you? and you know what Eazy-E and Luther Vandross had in common, right?
What's that?
It's an age joke. Come on, man. Keep up.
Yeah. That's a little too soon for that shit, Hannibal.
Look, I got hung up.
A little too soon. 20 years is enough time. My bad.
Yeah. I got to do that another 20 years from now.
I got hung up on Imp. Like he talks to me like my uncles do. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. You make me feel at home, bro. Thanks. He's like he'll be like, come on, man, you gonna do that? You know better. And
that's how you really feel. Huh?
Yeah,
that's how you really feel.
That's how I really feel. And I'm gonna talk back to you just like I talk to him. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. And
okay, hold up. Y'all talking about rap Christmas songs. How you gonna disrespect Dana Dane?
Oh shit.
What happened to Dana Dane Christmas? Y'all forgot all about that.
Not only did I forget about it, I didn't even know it existed. I know one Dana Dane song in my whole life. Yeah, man.
Man,
I only know
what kind
one
of rock you been
Dana
under,
Dane.
What rock you been sleeping under, man? Hey, Monty, will you please look up the Dana Dane Christmas song and play it for Hannibal, man? This guy tripping, man.
Y'all debate amongst yourselves, but before I do, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna talk over you. I'm talking to our lovely producer Zoe because she's not catching my cues. But keep going.
You video. You noticed that the boxes were switched around?
There you go.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. So
I've been casually pointing.
I have a piece of important news,
and
I didn't want to tell you about it because I didn't know if you were going to have it as in Monty's important shit or not. I figured you wouldn't because this story's kind of floated under the radar.
All
you know
right.
what I'm saying? But it's starting to get traction now. And then we can start with fair or foul and then go into garbage pail crackers.
Yes.
So And if you know the answer, just keep it to yourself. Let me play this out the way I need to play this out. If I had told you a week ago that I wanted to create a GoFundMe page for the border wall, I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of Congress not putting the money up for this shit. I'm going to create my own border wall GoFundMe page and give all the money to Donald Trump and the government so we can build this wall. Hey. If I had told you that I wanted to do this, right? And you know, and I was going to just post it and see what money we got. How much money? Now, I'm not asking you to guess. I'm asking you to be honest with this. How much money would you expect to get if a random person posted a GoFundMe page for the border wall?
$10,000. $10,000.
$10,000?
Yeah.
Emperor Atheist, what you think?
How much would I expect?
Yeah, like if I had asked you this question a week ago, you know what I'm saying? Say, hey, I want to create a GoFundMe page for the border wall because I'm mad at the government for not getting the money.
Just imagine Hannibal's pro-Trump, and for some reason you're still friends, and he's like, hey, I'm doing this. How much money you think I'm going to get?
How much? Well, I wouldn't give him shit, but how much I think he's been raised?
Yeah.
It's me now.
Maybe 5,000-6,000. Stupid motherfuckers, probably white garbage pail motherfuckers probably send about.
Okay, great. This is fucking fantastic. So I came across this story the other day. Oh, this motherfucker here. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Where are you at, you stingy motherfucker? So, I came across this story the other day, and this guy in Florida, I think it's Florida, created a GoFundMe page for Trump's border wall. And I want to read this to you, all right? It says, like a majority of American citizens, like a majority of those American citizens who voted to elect Donald J. Trump president, we voted for him to make America great again. President Trump's main campaign promise was to build the wall. And as he's followed through on just about every promise so far, I'd like to point out that he said follow through on just about every promise.
Yeah. It's all about the language.
It's all about the language. That way, when you start listing shit he didn't do, they'd be like, no, I didn't say everything. I said just about almost every. You know what I'm saying? And as he's followed through on just about every promise so far, this wall project needs to be completed still. As a veteran who has given so much, 3 limbs, okay? He walking around like RoboCop right now.
He's the Black Knight from Monty Python. It's just a flesh wound.
Right, exactly. Right. It's just a scratch, my nigga. I feel deeply invested to this nation to ensure future generations have everything we have today. Too many Americans have been murdered by illegal immigrants, and too many illegals are taking advantage of the United States taxpayers with no means of ever contributing to our society. They took our jobs. I have grandparents who immigrated to America.
Spoilers.
They did it the correct way, and it's time we uphold our laws and we get this wall built. It continues to go on and on after that, but I'm going to stop right there.
Hey, I want to say this first. I want to first of all say before you say anything, Hannibal, you should get an award for having the best sensational emotional voice. I mean, you should win an Emmy for that, man. The way you actually, I mean, you should do voiceover for movies.
Yeah, look to steal Ben Collinsworth bit from the Creole Alliance. That's just one of the many things you will get when listening to Hannibal and Monty's shit show.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Because see, y'all happy now, but I ain't finished talking. So, when I saw this article 2 days ago, and when I clicked on the article, they had raised $900,000 for the border wall.
Damn.
What?
So I told her about this story as we went to go see Spider-Verse. And when we had come out of the movie, I clicked on the GoFundMe page, and the wall fund had gone up to $1.5 million.
Oh,
yeah, I missed that.
Did that and took the money.
Wait a minute. I have been actively checking on this shit every couple hours. The total right now for their $1 billion goal is 9,118,868. 150,000 American Trump voters have given $9.1 million of their hard-earned money to build that wall.
Wow.
This is a real thing that is happening right now.
Wow. You know, all I have to say is this is wait.
Inform you that I'm gonna put a video on the internet and get hood rich and very famous.
Bruh, this shit is
what the
I'm
fuck?
I'm looking at the and then he says in his thing, he says the guy that created the shit, he said Democrats are going to stall this project by every means possible and play political games to ensure Donald Trump doesn't get his victory.
His victor.
He said they'd rather see President Trump fail than see America succeed. And he says at
Surprise,
some point,
motherfucker.
that if every person that voted for Donald Trump donated $80, they would have the money they needed to build the wall. And when I tell you, when you look at these donations, Bridget Brown gave $50, Vivian Baker gave $100, June Carpenter gave $100, Kirk Hilsinger gave $100. You know, just by their names, I know they white people. Crazy.
Oh, where's the best racist sound?
Okay, but look, it gets better because you can on GoFundMe, you can organize it by the highest donations, right?
Yeah.
Some Susie Mahalo gave $5,000. Angela Phillips gave $5,000. Brian Follett gave $5,000. Dale Broom gave $9,000. Wayne Shell gave $10,000. Edgar Weiss gave $10,000. The Fortress of Stabilization Systems gave $12,000, and an anonymous donor 6 hours ago gave them $50,000 fucking dollars.
See, this is, you want to know why this was not part of important shit? Because this shit actually pisses me off. Yeah. Important shit is about stupid shit that only I give a shit about, and every once in a while I cross over, and either the guest or you will go, oh no, I give a shit about that too. Otherwise, I'm fine throwing a dead fish on the table with every story. This actually pisses me off. That's why this will never be important shit. Because what the fuck? Like, that money can go to so much better. Other than, which, those are all garbage pail. Wait, those are all
garbage pail crackers.
Every single one of them.
Because like I swear this story is so insane to me. Like I was reading it and I was like, I can't believe it, bro. It's just like nine.
They're funding a wall to keep brown motherfuckers out of their fucking country. That's bullshit.
It's at $9 million and it's still growing. Like this shit is going, bro. This shit is going might get to $100 million before the end of the year.
It will.
Garbage pail crackers.
That shit is amazing. Look, wait, I'm about to piss you off for real, because from the time the show started to right now, that shit has gained another $400,000.
Are you serious, man?
I literally just hit refresh, motherfucker. Okay.
Fuck. See, and I'm thankful the Geek Room's hanging out in our chat. Those are some awesome white people, you know. Like, we're not talking about y'all. Y'all unless somebody from the Geek Room paid for it. If you did, let me know right now. What the fuck? Let me know, Geek Room. What y'all spending money on?
It's amazing. I can't even. I'm blown away. And what's crazy about this story is that it's floating real under the radar. So like a lot of the main, but see, and here's the gotcha. Like the mainstream liberal media isn't talking about it. And I understand why they're not talking about it, because they don't want to give it that energy. They don't want to give it that gas. But at the end of the day, it's still news. And the fact that it's happening and we're not talking about it is insane. Because you know if you go right, if you go to fucking Breitbart or InfoWars or Newsmax or the fucking Blaze, you know what I'm saying, or Fox News or any of those.
You're a flaming fascist.
Sorry,
Bruh,
Alex
if
Jones.
you go to any of those shits, bro, you know they're talking about this shit left and right. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing.
Your murderous
it's
Was that a play on words, man? Left and right? Was that a play on words?
No, I don't got bars like that. So, recipe X Dash. She was the rapper in the family. I just make the beats. You know what I'm saying? This shit's amazing. Yo, we got to do fair foul before we get into.
We do.
Fair foul.
We have a brand new segment that we're doing.
Liberal.
We're doing a brand new segment that I came up with. I pitched it to Monty. I said, I want to do this segment called Fair Foul, and we're going to use this segment to judge all the white people that call the police. See if those situations made sense. Hey, maybe some of those white people had a good reason to call the police. We don't know.
This leads right into Fair Foul. The rest of the show is Fair Foul, which is where we talk about and I'm not queued up. I want to play this as much as possible.
Garbage Pail Crackers.
And unfortunately, I love fails live on air. I did not get to cut together the intro I wanted to because I was busy trying to fix the video issue.
That's okay.
Life is not over. Life is not over.
Yeah, we can still do the segment though. So look, I'm gonna imitate part of what I was gonna do on it. And Geek Room, if y'all know this reference, let me know if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Has the royal magistrate reached a verdict, guilty or innocent? And there'd be other shit going along with it. So
music.
Yeah. So, and then intro over, Hannibal.
All right, there we go. I just made that up just now. It just came to me. It's like I just reached out into the universe and it gave me.
That was good shit. That was good shit.
I believe God or Jesus gave me that.
Which one do you think it was, Emperor Atheist?
It could have been either one of those damn bird brains. I don't know.
So look, all right. So first, So here's the first story. It's a Brazilian cannibal. His wife and mistress sentenced to killing women and stuffing their flesh into pastries.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah,
all right.
Shit indeed. So
that's serious, man.
A Brazilian man that they called the Sweeney Todd cannibal. That's very uninspired, by the way. Can we sue them for copyright infringement? Anyway,
exactly.
The Sweeney Todd cannibal and his wife and mistress were sentenced to several decades in prison after they were convicted of murdering women and stuffing their flesh into pastries and then ate them and then handed out the pastries to neighbors. All right. So the man, I know, right? Brazil crazy. So the man in the situation got 71 years in prison. His wife got 68 years in prison. But his mistress got 71 years and 10 months. Okay. So the husband accused the mistress of this. He said that the mistress is a witch. And he says, I'll tell you the truth now because after the trial, he said, during the trial, I hit a lot in defense of, my side bitch, right? I can't say her name. So he said, I hit a lot of shit because of the side bitch. I've known her since I was 17. And she told me she was a witch. I really didn't have no real part in it. Both me and my wife were tortured, by the witch to perform these acts. And the state, or, the country gave the side bitch an extra 10 months on her sentence because of the husband's testimony. Is that fair or foul? You know what I'm saying? Is it first off, it fair to throw all the charges on the side bitch?
Hold on, Hold on. Ask the question again, Hannibal.
Was it fair or foul for him to throw all those extra charges on his side bitch, saying that she a witch so she could get that extra time?
Yeah, it was fair. That's what you're supposed to do to the side bitch. But listen. Hold up, Monty. Yeah,
and everybody in the chat, please chime in. Do you think it's fair or foul that he threw charges on his side? Let us.
Just comment. Look, wait. Before you go, I want to let people know. Comment fair or foul in the chat, and if this stream is over, just tell us what story and say fair or foul in the comments. Emperor, take it away.
Yeah, it's fair, man. You're supposed to turn on the side bitch when it come down to you and your wife. I mean, whether you lying or not, you're supposed to do that. But listen, this is what don't make sense to me. What the fuck? Do 10 months matter if y'all motherfuckers got 70-some years? Like, who would care? Like, what difference does it make? She got 10 months on 71 years, man. Do it really matter?
Well, first off, what if?
That's what Daryl said.
Yeah, well, okay. What if witches live to be 100, and right now she's 28? Those extra 10 months, that's a wrap for her. You know what I'm saying? They might all be dead, but she could have had an extra year on Earth. And she's not gonna see it.
Man, that shit ain't gonna matter. 10 months gonna be hell, man.
Look,
Monty, what you think? Fair or foul that he threw the extra charges on the side?
I'm calling foul on it. I'm calling foul. Look, I disagree. It's foul because, look, you got caught. And your side bitch got caught with you. All you can do is own up. Look, I was fucking up. And
Monty, so you're not going to take into consideration that this witch had powers and that she probably
look. If she did indeed use her powers on me, then it's fair. But
okay,
but look, I know who I'm talking to, Emperor Atheist. How you gonna argue powers with me? You don't believe in witchcraft. You don't believe in witchcraft. I don't either.
Just for the sake of argument, she's a witch. A witch is supposed. You must didn't see Wizard of Oz growing up.
I did. But I'm the type of motherfucker. I like to if I get caught doing something, and if I get caught having a side bitch while we were cooking people and feeding them to people, it's time for me to fall on my sword. And
but I'm gonna tell you
that's
something.
What I'm gonna do right there.
He probably shouldn't have told him because it didn't help his sentence out. Now, if it helped his sentence out, yeah, but that's what the side bitch gets. She know the man was mad. Fuck that. Fuck the side bitch.
Yeah, look, if I'm caught, I'll take it. Look, I don't need to, because it don't matter. Like, why am I gonna fuck up her life?
Why not? She's a witch.
I still give a fuck about people. Like, if I was fucking her on the side, I was fucking her for a reason. I at least like her a little bit. Like, you know what?
I don't know, man. Right. She's a witch. I don't know. She's a witch.
Is she like a Hermione type witch or like a Wicked Witch of the East type witch? I just need to know.
Yeah, we need to get a clarification on that shit, man.
And then which type of witch is she? Because like, is she like the old school Wicked Witch of the West, or is she like Mila Kunis in like the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. Obviously, she was a wicked ass witch, motherfucking killing folks and shit. This bitch was evil, man.
Yeah, she was. And the story says that they would like lure women to the house. How did they say they were doing it? Hold up. The trio lured women to their home by offering them a job as a nanny or giving them religious advice before slaughtering them and eating their flesh.
Wow. Evil, man. That bitch was a real witch. She's a real witch. You're going to tell no noise to a real witch.
Right. All right, let's do the next.
Wait, what do you think about it? Like, hang on. We got to get your opinion too, Hannibal. Fair or foul?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
you don't get to be just a game show host on this.
Exactly.
Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. Like, is it fair that he threw his side bitch under the bus? I guess for me it depends on what level of witch she is. So I'm gonna say it's foul, but it really is on the state. The state should have gave everybody the same charges. Like, how you gonna give him 71 years and then give his wife 68 years and then give the next one 71 years and 10 months? Like, the state fault. You know I'm gonna say it's foul because he threw his side bitch under the bus to save his wife, but you didn't save your wife.
Yeah,
your wife got a couple years off the sentence, and then the side bitch got a couple more years.
Yeah, I need my wife home sooner. Yeah.
But here's the thing: I need to know what proof he gave them that she was a witch. Like, it was something that he said that was like, "Oh shit, that bitch a witch." Yeah, let's go ahead and take a couple years.
He looked at the judge and said, "Look, you throw that bitch off the building, she's gonna bounce. Witches bounce."
And she don't bounce in it. Just
bitch ain't gonna bounce outside that goddamn prison though.
For real.
Well, if she bounces, she's gonna get the extra 10 months.
All right, so the next fair file. Okay, this is a good one. So recently Offset of the Migos, 1/3 of the greatest rap group of all time.
Being mentioned on the greatest podcast or greatest show in the history of YouTube.
He is a part of the greatest rap group from Gwinnett County. How about that?
Outside.
There
that
you go.
way.
From the north way, right? Skirt. So Offset recently, like Cardi B was performing somewhere, and then he jumped on stage, with a bunch of flowers. That apparently he spent $15,000 on that said "Take Me Back," and she openly rejected him. This fair file is not about that story. This fair file is about the comment section about that story. Okay.
All right.
So the comment section on Vlad TV, I'm gonna give a shout out to Vlad TV. It said, spending $15,000 on flowers is one thing, but becoming an official simp in front of your fans and your crew in the world, priceless. And then somebody said to a stripper hole on top of that. And then somebody said, that man's wife, you sound dumb as fuck. And then the next person said, she's still a hoe, don't matter. He's a sucker for the marriage and the kid with her. Her track record alone is enough for you to not show up with her. Then next person says, hoe or not, ain't shit wrong with a nigga trying to keep his family together. And then somebody responded, he said, see, you sound dumb as fuck. He said, you said ain't nothing wrong with a nigga trying to keep his family together, but if family matters so much to him, why he running around doing his baby mama dirty, then to make spectacles on stage, this nigga getting curved for not being faithful to an ex-stripper. So,
wow.
Comments. You know what I'm saying? The comments about Cardi and the relationship to Offset. Is that fair foul? Are those comments fair or are those comments foul?
It's fair.
You think it's fair?
Yeah, he looked like a damn fool doing that shit. He looked like a damn fool. Like a big fool. First of all, he cheating on the girl in public. Several times. She let it go. Mm-hmm. And her being a stripper and all, I ain't gonna knock her for being that. But, I've heard things about it. But who cares? She's a young girl. I mean, but he married her, had a baby by her. But yeah, I think he looked like a real simp doing what he did. But I know he wanted his wife back. But, I mean, come on, man. How you gonna keep getting caught, though? Yeah. He's a stupid little young dude, man.
You bad at cheating. You know what I'm saying?
You bad. Not only are you bad at cheating, you bad at making up with your girl. So you don't bust up on the show with no goddamn ugly ass flowers, man. You don't do that. Yeah. So I think it was fair for the people to talk about him like a dog. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think it was? You think it was fair? The feedback, the flack that they gave her to?
As far as what, calling her a stripper?
Yeah, calling her a stripper, whole ex-dot, all that shit.
Well, it's true, but
truth aside,
I mean, we are about truth, right? We are about truth.
Look,
y'all say this is the greatest show on YouTube, so we got to tell the truth.
Yeah, we do have to tell the truth.
I ain't gonna speak on it.
Wait. Let me clarify. Monty from the Hannibal and Monty show said it was the greatest show on YouTube. I won't make Hannibal speak my words. So there you go. Unless Hannibal agrees.
I'm trying to be diplomatic, but I'm silently nodding my head like,
Stop me. Stop me if you don't think all of those accusations are wrong.
Monty, what do you think? Comment section. Fair file.
Yeah, I halfway agree with him. Fair on the Offset part, but I don't know clearly what he's saying. I say foul on coming after Cardi B. She didn't do shit. She got cheated on. Leave her the fuck alone, whether it's true or not. Mm-hmm. So foul coming after her.
Okay, and I think I'm on the same page with you, Monty. I think Offset, he deserves all the smoke he getting right now, and it's foul for Cardi.
Yeah, I'm not even a fan of Cardi B. So
yeah, I actually like Cardi B. I like Cardi B. I actually like her.
And Emperor Atheist, while I got you on the show right now, if I had to do a list of my 5 favorite rap albums of the year, Invasion of Privacy is on my list.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's right. I like because that was a nice album, really was.
Yeah. So all right, let's keep the fair file going. God damn it! This a good segment.
It is. All right.
The next story, which has been floating around the news for a couple days now, is about the mega church pastor that bought his wife a $200,000 Lamborghini. Now, I'm not gonna get into the story. I just want to get into like his defense of it. You know what I'm saying? He says that first of all, it wasn't a pastor that bought the car; it was a husband that bought the car. Get that in your damn spirit. Oh, I'm sorry. Get that in your spirit. I added that down. I am a husband first. Look, I'm just being honest. Listen, I am a husband first. Don't confuse what I do with who I am. He says, explaining his financial situation. He says, for those that don't know, me and my wife have a show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. We're working on our 4th season, and I'm not an actor. I'm a producer. Get that straight. And he said, not a penny from this church went to the gift that I gave my wife, and God take my life on this live feed if I did.
All right, look.
Fair file.
Since this is Emperor Atheist domain, I know you got some shit to say. Let me go first, cause I'm gonna call foul on it until that church opens up its fucking books. There we go. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, I'm exactly on the same page as you, man. I think anytime you're a man of the cloth, and I use that term ironically and very lightly, anytime you have like a big crazy purchase, your parishioners are supposed to look at you sideways. Your archdiocese is supposed to be like, hold the fuck up.
Yeah, let me look at those books. Let me see what you spent our money on, because that's our money once I donated. So there we go. Foul. Emperor, it's on you. I wanted to get in first on that one because.
Okay, y'all already know how I feel about this. I'm going to try to be unbiased.
We need that Married with Children studio audience laughter in the background. That's what we need right now.
We do.
I'm going to try to be unbiased with this man of the toilet paper. I mean, cloth. Listen, man. I grew up in the church around these pastors. I grew up around these dudes. My daddy was one. My granddad was one. The shit is fake. Now, I'm going to agree with Monty on this. The members do have a right to question them because their money is going into a particular, a 503c, which is, a nonprofit organization, which is the church, with its non-taxable money. So yes, they should know what he's doing with their money, because this is what a lot of people don't know, specifically with churches, specifically black churches or mega churches. That money is supposed to go to the neighborhood, to the communities. Not only does it supposed to pay the bills of the churches and church buses and stuff like that, but it actually supposed to go to the black community, as far as the community that goes to this church. And most of the time, that's not the case. These dudes just use their money. They give their money to white banks, and these white banks give this money to white construction business owners who basically use that money 10 to 15 times double over to gentrify that same black neighborhood that your grandma getting the church money to. So yes, they have a right to question that, and like Monty said, they have a right to ask him to open up his book. So and think about this, y'all. You got a lot of people out here with money, man. With money, who don't have a church, don't have a nonprofit organization, ain't buying expensive cars like that, man.
Yeah.
Do you actually need a $200,000 Lamborghini truck, man? I mean, that's just. And then, like you said, going back to what you said, Hannibal, the spirit shit. He used the term spirit and God take his life, all this fake shit. I mean, even if you do have a show, if you saying this money may be coming from your open network. Mm-hmm. Maybe I doubt it, but maybe. But just, even if it is, you being a man of the cloth, y'all don't supposed to just rock around like that, man. That shit make you look like Father Divine and Reverend Ike, man. I'm just saying, it make you look bad. Even if you didn't use the church money, it still make people look at you in a certain light because you are in a certain light. So it's fucked up, really.
So for me, I gotta chime in with this, and again, I don't know the numbers on this yet, but I can remember a few years ago, I was friends with somebody that worked on one of the reality shows, like Loving something or Real Housewives or someplace or another, and we were talking about the wage disparity. Basically, he was telling me how much more they pay the white shows than they pay the black shows.
Exactly.
So, like, the Real Housewives of Jersey might be getting like $50,000 an episode, but then the black people on Loving of the Atlanta show might be getting $15,000 an episode.
And they got higher ratings, still getting paid less.
Right. So, but it's like if they're doing those episodes on the Oprah Network, which is not Bravo or BT or one of the larger. I mean, I don't know what the OWN, you know, how many people tune into OWN on a regular basis. So I don't want to speak on that. Right. But the idea that he was able to save up 200 bands to buy his wife a Lamborghini based on those reality show numbers that I had heard a few years ago seems highly unlikely. I definitely think he needs to open up the books.
Yeah, I don't believe Oprah paying him like that. I don't believe it's show banging like that.
No, I don't think. I look, the fact that they on the fourth. You mean to tell me y'all on the fourth season of a show I didn't know existed till 10 minutes ago?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And you're making that kind of money?
Nigga, Monday Night Raw has been on longer than your show's been. What the fuck you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? They don't pay wrestling shit. All right,
it sounds suspect. It sounds suspect.
I got one more fair foul that'll sit, and then the next one is going to segue us into where we're going. And I've been holding on to this one for a couple weeks now since since August 27th. Damn, I've been holding on to this one for a minute. Gucci Mane's baby mama is demanding $20,000 a month in child support. According to The Blast. I don't know what The Blast is. Gucci Mane's baby mama is taking the Atlanta rapper to court and demanding that he give her $20,000 a month in child support. Gucci and Sheena Evans reached an agreement in 2011 where the rapper would pay $2,026 a month in child support for his now 11-year-old son, Keithion? Keith. It's like Eon with Keith, like Keith on the front and then Eon on the end.
All right.
It's a stupid name. Anyway, the sum was based on his then $24,000 a month income, but Evans pointed out that Gucci Mane is making a lot more money than that now. Evans says that Gucci dropped $1 million on his wedding to Keisha Kior in 2017 and added that she's unable to go to work or school because she can't afford a caregiver for their son. In addition to the $20,000 a month child support, Evans wants Gucci to take out a $5 million life insurance policy on their son, and she wants Gucci to pay $15,000 in attorney fees. Let's go to the comment section. They might as well be upfront with it and call this baby mama support. And then the next person says, nah, I'm with the baby moms on this one. If you making that much money, your kids shouldn't be in an apartment, nor going to some crappy public school. Kids should be in a great private school, and you can get a good house in Atlanta for cheap. $2K a month is nothing. I pay more than that, and I'm sure I make less than him. And then the next person says, so the mother needs to better herself for the kid so the kid can have a life when he's with her. A father's job with joint custody is to make sure a kid is taken care of on his watch. She has to do better. Her shortcomings as a mother are not his fault. So then the next person said, $2,000 a month plus what you make at work is a lot of money. She should be less of a fucking bum. That's a mortgage. She can't work and pay groceries and bills. That's trash. Then the next person said, honestly, y'all should feel he should feel ashamed that he's only paying $2,000 a month. He has a baby on the way with his wife, and it's only fair that the children live somewhat similar lifestyles. And then the next person says the child does when he's with him. If the mother wants that lifestyle under her watch, she needs to better herself. The days are over where these females are treated like adult children. Get your own. So then she responded, so the son can only live good when he visit his dad. And he says, yes, you bum bitch, get a job. Y'all hoes lazy leeches. So
hey, get that guy on the show. Get that guy on the show.
Yes.
So fair foul. Gucci Mane's baby mama.
Go ahead, Monty.
Huh? Oh, you want me to go first?
I'll go first then. I'll go first.
I can go whenever. Like What am I calling fair or foul on before I call fair or foul? What part of it?
His baby mama asking for $20,000 a month in child support.
I'm calling foul.
Okay.
And the reason why is I also share custody with my daughter, and her mother's a wonderful mother. Like we get along, we co-parent. But I, as the father of the lovely child sitting here, and I will say this even if she wasn't, will make sure that if I'm doing better, she'll do better no matter where she is. I'm taking care of her no matter what. But I'm no longer with her mother. I'm not responsible for taking care of her mother. I do love and respect her mother still, so I'll look out for her when she needs it. But if she's asking me for $20 million, we got a problem. Yeah, or 20,000. 20,000 even. Like, we got a problem. I'll give you what you need.
20,000 might as well be 20 million at this point.
Yeah,
right,
to me, it's all the same. It's 20 with more zeros than I've ever seen behind a number. Is too much. I will help her. If I got the money, I will help her. Zoe comes first. I got her back. That's how it is. And I call foul on trying to force somebody to give you something that they'd probably help you with if you were nice or if you treated them right.
Yeah. I know a lot of dads that would be like, if my baby mama wasn't trying to take all this money from me out of my checks, I would just probably give her more every month. Now that's not every guy, because there's a lot of bum ass dudes out here. There's a lot of shitty dudes out here, and just because you have a kid doesn't necessarily make you a father. But to that respect, just because you push the baby out your fucking womb does not make you a mother.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I definitely, I'm calling foul on this. $20,000 a month is trash. Yeah. And I've always felt the same way. Whenever people say, and I have no kids, so I have zero dogs in this fight. Okay, I am the opposite of Michael Vick. Okay,
shit.
As far as I'm concerned, and again, the person with no kids, if you feel like the kid should have that lifestyle, then let him go live with his daddy.
Or, that's a thing, but kids aren't luggage. Like I think that's the thing.
They're not?
No.
I was always under the impression if mine was fucked up, I would just bring them back to the store and get another one.
That's a whole human being right there, and that's.
I still got the receipt and the original package.
That's a whole human being right there, and like that's how I look at it. That's a person. Like that's why our structure is the way it is. Like our daughter, we were like, we never want her to feel like a piece of luggage. Do you feel like a piece of luggage? There you go. She goes wherever the fuck she wants to, and she's with whoever she wants to be, even though she always asks me if it's okay to come over. You can come over here whenever the fuck you want. There you go.
Emperor Atheist, what's your opinion on this?
All right, listen, man. Listen. I mean, come on, man. Y'all know this shit foul. But I gotta say this. Y'all know this shit foul as hell. He should get a fucking job. But I'm gonna say this now. $2,000 a month is not really good either. I think he should at least bump it up a little bit. Maybe get $3,000-4,000 a month. I mean, because he got a lot of guap. They call him guap. Guwap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he, I'm like, so on that tip, I'm like Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy, when Rick James said, the faction never gave you niggas no money, you know what I mean? So Gucci, I think Gucci should pay, $2,000 a month. That's enough to take care of a child, but that ain't really a lot. You're talking about basically $500 a week. That's like a little. That's like if she was working at, I guess, a Walmart or something. I don't know. But she need to get her job. $2,000 is okay, but bump it up to about $3,000-4,000 a month. But $20,000 a month, hell no, that's $240,000 a year. What the fuck the child need with that for? So that's ignorant shit. That's fine.
If Gucci is riding around in the 2019, Lamborghini truck or Maybach, then his son is supposed to ride around in the same shit, man.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not how that works. That's not how that shit works.
I'm just saying.
Spoilers.
That bitch can still catch Uber. You know what I mean? Uber. You know what I mean?
She said she live in an apartment and can't get a babysitter because she got to work a job because $2,000 not enough. Money.
How much time? Like, see, I want to know how much time is Gucci spending with his kids though. Like, this is all factors. Like, how much time is he being a dad? Because that comes fucking first.
Right.
Like, that's where I figure that out. Like, it's, like, take care of your kids. We got to get better about that shit. Like, be a dad. Like, if you went as far, you helped create a human being. Be part of that human being's life. Mm-hmm. Get to know them. Get to know what they like, don't like. And that doesn't mean money. That means be part. And maybe that's why she's mad. I don't know. So,
well, the next story for Fair Foul actually segues perfectly into what our topic is today.
How much time do we have? That's why this is a shit show. We burn so much show on. All right, continue. What's the next Fair Foul?
All right. So this Fair Foul is about the cutesy nicknames that black people have come up with for white women calling the police on black people. They're saying that it's the Washington Post wrote an article where they question. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just read this one piece of the story and then we can talk about it. As the story got picked up by, as these stories get picked up by national news networks, Garth Cargill joined the ranks of Permit Patty, Barbecue Becky, Cornerstone Caroline, white women who called the police on black people over trivial or non-existent offenses and were promptly shamed on social media. Their memorable nicknames easily lend themselves to hashtag memes, headlines, and ridicule, but whether the viral moniker is a productive way of calling attention to the experience of black Americans is a matter of debate. And the article basically says or questions whether black people using these cutesy nicknames for these people is hurting our cause and our culture. So I wanted to ask you, fair, foul? I think it's foul. I think it's totally okay for us to come up with these cutesy ass nicknames because for black people, I don't want to say we're desensitized to racism, but it's like for white people, they're just discovering that racism exists today. You know what I'm saying? Like we've lived with this shit. So we're used to this shit now. So it's like shit happens and we like, yeah, that's fucked up, and then we laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they're like, no, you shouldn't laugh about it. You're making the black plight worse. I'm like, nah, we not though. You know what I'm saying? Like our black plight, it is what it is. It's not gonna get no worse or better because of this nickname we gave this person. Yeah. So I think that's just I think this article was just dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? From the Washington Post.
I kind of agree with you. I call foul on the article. So
garbage pail crackers.
That's what they are.
It was a stupid article. That really was a stupid article. It really was.
Yeah. Yeah, I call foul on it.
I don't know. Garbage pail crackers gonna keep coming around, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't gonna. I don't know what's gonna curb this shit. Besides more black people, just call the police on their ass, arming ourselves. I just don't think it's an antidote for this shit. Maybe the only antidote is probably going to be maybe time. Maybe we still just in the wrong period. 2018 just ain't enough time from the 50s and 60s and
there has not been enough time. That's the bottom line. There has not been enough time.
Basically, that's the truth what it boiled down to, money. It ain't been a lot of time, and I'm not just gonna blame it on time. Miseducation, because a lot of these people are ignorant as shit. You look at most of the people who voted for Trump, man. He was. A lot of people call Trump dumb, and I agree, but he was smart enough to actually go at the percentage of people who are uneducated, poor white people. Well, not smart at all. We're talking about fourth grade level people having babies with their daughters type motherfuckers. Sons having sex with their grandmamas. Shit, these are the type garbage pail people we're talking about. So these are the type of people who are really. You look at the intelligent white people compared to the garbage pail. They're really like two different ethnic groups.
Yes.
You know, I mean, really, they are. It's like it's two different ethnic groups. You be like, damn, what's the fuck? Why you not like them? You know what I mean? Because it's about education, and I think it's about, and I think time is gonna, you know, probably weave another 50, 60, 70, 80 years. You know, I guess, you know, it'll weave it out. But right now, like Hannibal said, it is what it is. Our plight is what it is in this country. We got to be smart enough about it too. But at the same time, you know, we got some garbage pail blacks too. We'll talk about them on another show.
Yeah, that's a totally different show. That's a totally different show.
Yeah.
We got to do another Sunken Place episode.
Oh yeah.
Like really, we can make the Sunken Place.
Shit. That could be a regular segment. We should have had Emperor Atheist on the Sunken Place episode too, because I'm sure you would have had some great input for that. The show we had Nate on, where we figured out which black people were in the Sunken Place.
I saw that. That was pretty good.
Oh, we got another one. And look, I got some picks already. It could be a whole nother show.
Damn right.
Yeah, it might be called Sink into the Floor.
Fall into the couch.
Yes.
Shit. Get out.
Yes.
Get out the fuck.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm calling foul on that that we shouldn't be using it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Because also Phil from the Advice Show is saying he doesn't like us using it either. And I usually, if y'all haven't checked out the Advice Show, I'm gonna advertise for another podcast because we are the greatest. I can give advertisement for all of them. So check out the Advice Show. Yeah, the Advice Show is awesome. He also says we shouldn't be using it, and I like him because I don't always agree with him.
Using what?
Using these cute little nicknames for white people calling the cops on black people. But
I think we should. I think we should
too.
I actually think I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with Phil on that. Phil kind of tight neck sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's too serious with this shit, and I'm gonna tell you something. The reason I think why you should use these nicknames, because sometimes when it comes to ignorance like this, especially particularly racist ignorance, you do have to normalize this shit. You know what I mean? You can't. I mean, you have to make them see how you think of their ignorance, and we take their ignorance as a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're not talking about white people. We're not talking about Aryan brotherhoods who trying to kill us. None of them. You know, we're gonna kill them motherfuckers. We're not talking about motherfuckers who trying to attack us at rallies. This is a different type of garbage pail.
Right.
We're talking about the garbage pail who just, you know, the ones who used to call the police on Hannibal all the time when he lived in Vinings, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to paying attention to that earlier. All right.
Right. I pay attention to everything. I'm the greatest video guy ever.
Hey, clip that out. We can use it later. Clip that out.
Ever. But I mean, I think we should use nicknames because we need to actually make comedy. We need to make it out of comic relief for these stupid motherfuckers. So
yeah. I agree.
Just like we're doing with Donald Trump. I mean, I know if you're black, you should not be taking Donald Trump's presidency serious. You shouldn't be getting mad. I follow him on Twitter. I think it's hilarious. I think the dumb shit comes out of his mouth is funny, and I laugh at it. I don't take this guy serious. You know, he's a Cheeto. He's the first Cheeto president. I love him. You know.
We need a first for everything, right?
Right.
Yeah, he definitely makes news cycles way more interesting.
I'm going to say this. But I'm going to say this, Hannibal and Monty. His presidency is the direct result of us having a first black president.
Facts.
Oh yeah. I agree 100%.
Y'all understand where I'm coming from.
Oh, yeah.
His president, Donald Trump would have never been president if, say, McCain would have won.
Yep.
America would have been satisfied that Obama, and then he did it 8 years. He did it 8 years. So people were angry and upset about that. They just wanted to get whoever in. So they picked a non-politician, a dodo bird, basically. And that's why he won.
Yeah.
He won because of
that is why.
Barack Obama.
And look, I gotta say, Drag's in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, Drag. We got 2/3 of the 3 black heathens represented. Tell Nate to get his ass in and say hey. Then we'll have all of you on one show. Before we get y'all in on on the next one. But yeah, I agree with you. Yep.
Matter of fact, and then with that, this is a great segue, so we can go into the videos now, and then we can start going through each of the garbage pail crackers that we got with the remaining. What do we got? 20 minutes?
Is that what it is? 20? All right. Well, let's do it.
We can bang this out in 20 minutes.
Let's go quick. All right. Hit the first one. We don't know who it is. Zoe's in control of it. Who's our first garbage pail cracker?
Just hit play. Let's roll with it. Let's go.
Bureau? No, I want the cops here right now. I'm stay right here. Stay right here. Stay right here.
Oh, come on. Come on. Don't do this to me. It's not your fault, Joe.
The sun grabbed my ass.
Survey video obtained by Pix11 from inside the Sahara Deli appears to vindicate the young boy, clearly showing him walking by, rushing out to leave with his family.
That's right, the sun grabbed my ass. Grabbed my ass.
Grabbed my ass.
And she decided to yell at me. There are officers down the block, and I am going home. Goodbye, 911 operator. Now, why don't you upload that to World Star?
Oh, shit. All right. I never saw that ending part. Fuck.
Yeah.
Shout out to World Star, bitch.
Fuck. I never saw the ending of that. Fuck.
Yeah, shout out to World Star.
Yeah, so first thing, she was like, man, the video's got a young black child bumping into the back, like his book sack or backpack, depending on where you're from, bumps into the back of her, and she was like, oh, I got sexual assaulted. First off, even if he had, I don't know if I would call that sexual, like even if somebody walked past and tapped your ass, is that sexual assault? I don't know. But first off, where's your ass?
Right.
Like, see, we mad about the wrong thing. She was like when she called, first off, when she called the cops, and was like, oh yeah, this black child grabbed my ass, and the officer should say, okay, ma'am, calm down. Are you white? And she's like, yes, I am. Oh, you ain't got no ass. What you talking about? Why is you doing that? There are exactly 7 white women on the planet with ass, and you are not one of them. All right.
Hey, look, you might be wrong, because back in the 90s said I'm the new phenomenon, like white women with ass. So what's true and what's not.
But he was naming like 4 of the 7. So you know what I'm saying?
All right. I was just making sure. But look, you live in Atlanta. There's some white women with ass in New Orleans.
Man, Hannibal just ain't been out. There's some white girls with asses here too.
Listen, I be at work all the time, and I see thighs and hips. I don't always see ass. And I'm not talking about store-bought Dr. Miami bullshit. I'm not talking about that silly pretty or rubber cement that they be putting in the ass, all right? You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some white girl that's like, I got ass. And then she going to, like, I don't, listen, all right, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, look, that's...
That woman that called the police, she had no ass. That's all I'm saying.
She was an ironing board.
That's where we agree. None. And maybe that's why she was so mad. And she decided to go... What's the crazy woman that just admitted she lied? The woman that called the cops on Emmett Till just admitted she lied about it. Like she tried to Emmett Till this little dude. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And another part of the story, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to ask the question, like fair, foul, as she called the police in that situation. I definitely call foul.
Foul.
Yeah, foul. Hell yeah.
Foul. But what's actually foul in that situation is that she didn't actually call the police. She was just pretending to be on the phone with the police.
Why? Why she doing that?
Because you saw like I know the video was kind of stuttering, but the kids are like wilding out crying because they think they're about to go to jail.
Wow.
Yeah. She did it to terrify those kids.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Oh, look, I think Daryl hit it on the head. For those without means, their fake supremacy is all they have. Fucking right, Daryl.
Damn.
Shit,
Look,
dude.
Listen, my motherfucking best friend is profound. That nigga be saying some profound shit. Be deep, Daryl. Be deep.
Yeah, that's why he will be on a show soon also. So
yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. Like, foul as fuck. Like,
super duper foul.
Ugh.
And she ain't had no ass at all. And then a couple days after that shit, you know, it was on. She went back to the store, and they showed her the video of him bumping into her. You know what I'm saying? And then she kind of walked it back. She was like, "Oh, okay, well, it's his backpack." Well, that's not what it felt like. And I'm like, even if a child had grabbed your ass, all right, because like he's not an old child. That child looks like he's under 10 years old, right?
Yeah, right.
Are you for real? You for real gonna call the cops on the child grabbing ass? You know what I'm saying? Like kids grab me all the time for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like kids walk up on me and say, "Ooh, Spider-Man." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not. I'm a Hannibal." They grab my leg and shit. Like, no, I'm not taking that. What I'm saying is, kids do dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
they do, right?
Yeah.
That whole situation was super duper foul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, just not related to this at all. But when I was young, in New Orleans, you couldn't walk into no grocery store, convenience store with no backpack. You had to take that shit off at the front of the store before you walked in. So, you know, New York do shit different, I guess.
Carolyn Bryant Dunham. That's the woman who got Emmett Till killed. Thank you, Tish.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah,
that's that bitch.
Yes. I think that's one of those times where it's appropriate. That is that bitch.
That's that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
You know what? No, I'm going further than that. That's that cunt. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going straight to the C word. I'm going all the way. I'm actually trying to use cunt more often. So it's like now when I get pissed off, I'll be like, "You fucking cunt." You just and me and Ace Wonder, me and Daryl was talking about this the other day. I had never heard that word until I saw the HBO made-for-TV movie about Mike Tyson, and he called Robin Givens that, and then she ruined his life. And it was like, I didn't know what it was, so I went up to my grandmother and like, "Mom, what's a cunt?" And when I woke up, it was like a week past my birthday. It was crazy. When I came to, I was like a foot taller. I was like, "How long have I been out?"
Well, I guess I'll never ask about that again.
Yeah, don't ask your grandmother what a cunt is. Right? Don't do that.
There you go. Idea. Just another nugget of wisdom you'll get here at Hannibal and Monty's shit show.
That's right. Go ahead and load up the next video.
All right, here comes the next video.
Fair foul. They all foul.
Probably. If we disagree on any of these, that's going to take us to the end of the show.
You never know. Right.
Yeah.
Parents that are out of control, removed from a youth. Calls are going on, and all of a sudden I see the gentleman up to run over 20 feet in a loud voice. Make sure the referee's there. So I go over, and he does. He says, "I said nothing to the referee. I was talking to my son."
Talked to him, and when I I'm a review. They had a bad call with my son, and I told him, I said, "Hey, the ref is right. He's right because I've always thought." And that's it. She thought I was yelling at the ref, so she came over. And I'm like, "Ma'am, I was not." I said, "No, ma'am, I was talking to my son, nobody else."
No, I just want to make sure this man is safe. Period. This situation, from this entire situation, from everything.
I'm not going to do anything to him. We know each other. We done introduced each other and talked.
Great. Okay. I don't understand why this woman felt the need to call the police.
Well, what I didn't do anything.
All right.
Well, it took a second, but we got to it.
Yeah.
So that was Golf Cart Gale. For those people tuning into the shit show that don't know who that is, you know, I know the video was a bit choppy.
Yeah.
The story
We're working on that.
It was a youth soccer game and Golf Cart Gail heard, like, so there was a call that happened, and I guess at this particular place it was an issue with like these soccer parents will get a little aggressive with the referees when they feel like the referees made a bad call. So the referee made a call, and this black man was talking to his son. He was addressing his son about the call. I think his son was arguing with the referee, and he pulled his son to the side. Like, man, we don't argue with the referee. You know what I'm saying? Whatever decision he makes, you got to roll with it and keep on playing. When she saw the father talking to his son, she called the police. You know what I'm saying? And was like, oh, yeah, there's this guy. He's getting real unruly. And in the 911 call, and I know you guys couldn't hear it, but in the 911 call, she was like, yeah, there's this parent here, and he's getting real unruly and aggressive. And it was like, well, what is he doing? She's like, well, he's just got a real nasty attitude. And the cops was like, so what's he doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she just basically just talks about his attitude and his demeanor. And she asked that they send somebody out. So she says in her own phone call that he didn't do anything, that she just didn't appreciate his temperament. You know what I'm saying? And I think what happened was she thought that the guy was complaining about the referees, but he was actually complaining to his son about he had treated the referee. He was actually being a good father. And then she walked up, and then she was like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on over here? And he was like, mind your fucking business, bitch, I'm talking to my son. And she was like, oh, really? I'm a bitch, huh? Oh, I'm a bitch? I'm going to show you a bitch. And just like, like Garbage Pail tend to do, she had 911 dialed already.
Yep.
And that was it. So I'm going to straight up just go foul on this one. Fuck that bitch, all right?
Yep, foul.
I ain't got no more talking on that matter.
Foul.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
Yep, foul. Emperor?
I say it's fair.
You say it's fair? All right.
Yeah, y'all been saying foul too goddamn much tonight.
This
is what I'm going to do.
You just being contrary.
I'm going to go pro with this one.
All right, let's go. Let's hear
it. Now, she didn't have no business getting in this brother's business, but this is what I think happened. This is what I'm going to call it fair. I think she's probably been watching a little interracial cream pies and interracial stuff on videos on Pornhub, and she really was trying to come up with a way to talk to this brother and get some chocolate. So I'm going to be down with her. I think that was her only way, because she saw this young black man and this older black man, his father's son. She wanted to be his stepmom. She wanted to be his girl. And he called her bitch and fucked up what could have been the first date. So, yeah, she got angry. Y'all know how women are. So I'm just gonna say, man, he should have gave that he should have gave that snow bunny a chance. So I'm just gonna call it fair.
All right. I won't argue with it. All right,
but, cool. That's what it is. So
we're gonna agree to disagree, but fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, Monty, look, the next time you are out somewhere, if you have to fuss at or discipline Zoe, and a white woman comes up to you, don't fuss at the white woman. Just give her that Monty salami and keep it moving.
That's it. That's all she wanted. She wanted your attention. She wanted your chocolate attention.
That's all it was. She just.
Why you think she couldn't tell the police nothing? She couldn't tell the police, well, he ain't really doing shit. I just want to suck him off. She couldn't say that.
Yeah,
right,
she
then
couldn't have been like, well, look at him. I was just, y'all can go, just shh. Between us,
and Daryl brought up Daryl Flowers brought up a good point. Ace Wonder brought up a good point. There's way too many situations where they weaponize the police against us.
Yes,
that's right.
And the fact that they know they can do it is something that I don't like.
Yeah.
Like at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you call the police. And then shout out to the woman that was recording this video, because the woman that was recording this video was another parent that was there watching the game. And she is recording the video, and you can hear her trembling and nervous and scared and angry. And she's terrified that the cops are going to come there and shoot this man. You know what I'm saying?
This is another white woman too.
Yeah, it was.
And she just like, so it's like, so Garbage Pail Crackers is not for everybody. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
no.
Like all black people ain't niggas and all niggas ain't black people. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get that understanding out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like,
But look, I'm gonna correct you on that. We don't want to just hand niggas over to white people like that. It's not okay to call the black people you don't like niggas. This
is true.
Yeah,
this is true.
Don't take that the wrong way.
You still get your ass toasted. So listen.
Yeah, we get to call them that.
That's our word. That's our word. We use that word. Don't you fucking use it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different types of niggas, and you got to be black to understand what they are.
You with that old goddamn that bullshit. So yeah, we got to keep that shit real now.
Yeah.
And I want Zoe to go ahead and get the next video loaded up while I tell y'all this real quick because it's amazing and hilarious. You know that Lil Dicky song with Chris Brown, the Freaky Friday song?
Yes.
Right.
Whenever I'm driving ride sharing, right? And I always say ride sharing so you don't know if I'm driving Uber or Lyft. So whenever I'm out ride sharing and I pick up customers, the white customers, and then that song comes on, and they start singing along, I immediately turn the radio down and say, so on Chris Brown's part, what you not gonna say? Okay.
Yes.
And look, and I don't care what you gotta say. I don't care if you got to say ninja or hitter or quitter. You say whatever the fuck you want. But what you not gonna say in my car
is one word.
Okay. You can say a whole lot of shit, but what you can't say in my car.
Yeah. And that's really all Kendrick Lamar had to do when he had that woman on stage.
Yeah. And look, and then as I'm driving, and then Chris Brown gets to that part of the song, like, what up, my nigga? Big up, my nigga. You pussy ass nigga. I'm driving forward, and I'm looking back right at him. I'm driving forward on the interstate. I'm going 65 miles an hour. I'm looking right back at you. Like, I wish I dare. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Like, say that shit if you
I want you to. Come on. Just say it.
Okay.
Say it.
Nigga, I got seatbelts and airbags in this motherfucker. You don't. What you want to do? How you want to play this? All right? All this shit. Fuck up all this shit right now. Okay? Play with me if you want to. You got to draw the line sometimes. You got to draw the line in the set. Go ahead, Zoe. Play that next video.
Here we go. Here we go. The next one. Here it comes. There we go.
I need you to tell me, because I live in this neighborhood. Tell me.
He has the camera on right now.
Good. Is there an ordinance that we have to show ID?
There's the
exactly.
Right,
where does it say that I have to show an ID? Pool, my own pool. Does it say that?
I ask residents.
These fucking videos. Come on. I'm gonna figure this out. It's about to start playing again.
He asked for first of all, he asked for my address. I gave it to him.
As long as it matches Sally Kirk, I'm fine.
Correctly.
If she has a card to get in the pool, I believe that should be enough.
Okay, let's validate that it works then.
Turns green and it unlocks.
Okay.
There you go, sir.
All right. Perfect.
All right, ma'am. Well, I apologize for the time and the altercation that occurred. Okay.
Oh wow. Wow.
So if you don't know about ID Adam, like I said, I know the video's a little choppy, but you know, if you don't know about ID Adam, and there's actually like 5 or 6 different videos of Garbage Pail Crackers calling the police on black people for being at a pool. So just so you know, if you ever go to a pool, whether it's public or private, I would advise you to bring a copy of your lease or mortgage, right, along with your picture ID and 2 valid forms of proof that you live at that residence, you know, phone bill and cable bill. So whenever you go swimming, they don't call the police on you. Because apparently if you go swimming anywhere in America, white people was like, hold up, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all white people. It is not all. It's a very specific group of people who feel acceptable calling the police on. So the situation is, you know, and it's as cut and dry as it looks. This woman who sounds like she's of either Caribbean or African descent, goes to the pool with her children or with her child, and this guy's like, "Yeah, I need to see your ID. I need proof that you live here." And he's like, "Why you need to see proof that I live here? You ain't ask nobody else for proof." And he's like, "No, I ask all kinds of people." And there's a white woman that's with this black woman. It's like, "You ain't ask me if I live here. You ain't ask me for proof. So why you ask her?" You know what I'm saying? And this guy calls the police, and the police came out, and the cops are sitting there exasperated, like, "Really? This is why we're here? This is what," because, these cops don't become cops to deal with this shit. They become cops because they want to be detectives. They didn't watch NYPD Blue, NCIS, motherfucking New York Undercover. That's what they trying to do. And you got their ass out here on this old bullshit ass fucking, check and make sure this pool permit.
They want some real action shit.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? They trying to be Starsky and Hutch in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Tango and Cash in this motherfucker. They trying to be sliding across the bars.
Trying to kill some Osama bin Ladens and shit.
You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is not trying to be crossing guards. You know what I'm saying? Standing under red lights and heavy traffic, talking about, "Now y'all go. Now y'all stop. Wait a minute. Now y'all cross." They don't. That's not what they become cops for. So, so the cops got to come out here, deal with this bullshit, listen to the man, and they was like, "Yeah, there's no sign that says that we have to show ID to be able to swim here. We got a pool pass, and that's that." And then he asked her for her address, and then she gave him the address, and then he asked her for proof of the address. Foul.
Foul. Those cops are like, "We came out to catch niggas in the wild, not for you to call us on some bullshit that we can't beat them over."
Oh, that's right. That's ridiculous, man. That's super foul.
Yeah, that is foul as fuck.
I wish I could have been there, though. I'd have slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah, but then the cops would have had a reason to shoot you. Like,
no, I would have left. I'd have slapped the shit out of him. I would have took his phone, beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right.
Yeah. You slap the shit out of him. You knock him out.
Take his phone.
His phone. You break the phone and you throw the pieces away, like Matt Damon did in The Bourne Identity. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then you escape in the middle of a crowd in France. There you go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Some real goddamn Bourne Identity shit, Bourne Supremacy shit. That's right.
Yeah.
David
also,
Webb.
And Sheila actually just gave me a great idea. I said there definitely needs to be like a fine or a ticket for people that call the cops for non-emergencies.
Yes. I think there needs to be a steep fine for. And I was trying so hard. Like, one of the things me and Tish do when we go walking together, this week has been crazy busy, is we whisper to each other and profile white people like we think they do black people. I mentioned it on another show. Like, we walk by, I'm like, "Look, you see that couple?" Like, we'll see a white couple walking their dog through the neighborhood, and I'm like, "Look at these people. They're just casing the neighborhood. Look, watch. Why they bring a dog? What are they trying to do?" And you really, like, even though I already knew how ridiculous it was, it paints it in a different light when you're doing it that way too. And I was planning on filming us doing it.
All I want to say, Monty, you and your wife racist as hell.
Oh yeah, I'm racist as fuck. Bring it on.
What kind of shit is that?
Yeah. Look,
those good damn white people. Like, you want to start that shit?
Listen, Uncle Ruckus.
Those good white people trying to bring up the value of your damn Negro community.
Out of curiosity, did they base the Uncle Ruckus character on Jesse Lee Peterson? Like, did they base that character on him?
No, I think Jesse Lee Peterson came after that. Like, have you experienced Jesse Lee Peterson yet, Emperor or Imp, whatever? Yeah, it's It's I think he came after. I hope so, or maybe. I don't know. I have to look it up.
He came a little before.
Was he before? So he might have been, Uncle Ruckus might have been based on him.
Yeah, because it's terrible, but hey.
Yeah, because a lot of those Boondocks characters are based on people from the internet.
Right. Now, I'm wondering if, like, when I see the parallel between the way he is and the way Uncle Ruckus is, and, like, the way he talks, the way his eyes are drawn and shit like that, I'm like, damn. I wonder if they based him on, the only difference they made him fat. You know what I'm saying, on TV.
I know whenever I'm watching the Three Black Heathens show, I get into it with Jesus is Lord. And it's like, yeah, there's a guy on the Three Black Heathens show that calls himself Jesus is Lord. And I'm sorry if you are a believer and this dude represents you. I apologize. Because he's a fucking moron. And I'll get into it with him in the chat. But he's their number one troll. He's a great troll.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, come find the shit show. Troll us, Jesus is Lord. We deserve it too. Look,
That's right. That's
fuck,
right.
fuck you, Jesus is Lord. There you go.
Get on the show.
Bring that shit.
You fucking poor excuse of a goddamn human.
See, there you go. You heard it here on the best show on YouTube.
Right, right.
Or the greatest. I'm sorry. Let me phrase it right. The greatest show on YouTube.
You the best show on YouTube now because I'm here.
There you go. Maybe so.
There we go.
Maybe
there we go.
Like we were like the Golden State Warriors without Kevin Durant, and then now you're here. So it's like now we like before it was like we're probably gonna win the ring, and now you're here. And it's like we're
but you know you're gonna win now.
Yeah,
you don't even gotta watch no games. You already know.
I win MVP, but I'm gonna win MVP both years while I'm here.
There you go. There you go.
I like it. I like it. All right. Run
the next.
There we go.
Still got some more.
I think this is it, or how many more we got?
This could be the last one.
All right.
Know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel a pattern coming on.
Yes. I think this will sum it up.
Well, I have been. I did like one video. Y'all just been, just going against shit. But I think some of these white folks got probable cause.
All right, let's get into that. We know one of them, but here we go.
Right.
I think it's coming. Oh, never mind. Hang on. Let's talk a little bit. I think you played a video or an image.
Who played the image?
Zoe. Yeah. That's a setting I changed. That's my fault, not your fault. There's it should be the one right next to it. Look. Hang on. Let me guide her through. Give me 1 second. It should be called.
Yeah, I see it. Permit Patty. Yeah.
Right next to Permit Patty, right there.
Or Hallway Hillary, either or.
Yeah, either or. You can do Hallway Hillary too. Hannibal. Yeah. Everybody can see what you're flipping through. Yeah, you played an image. That's my fault. I changed the setting that when you pull an image up. Here we go. Up. All right, it's coming. She's just switching it over to the screen. To the screen. The scream. What am I talking about?
This woman don't want to let a little girl sell some water.
Oh. Come on.
Girl, you can hide all you want. The whole world won't see you, boo. Yeah, and illegally selling water without a... Yeah, on my property. It's not your property. Not your property. Not your property.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, this is one of the more famous ones, you know what I'm saying? Because it is so egregious because she called the police on an 8-year-old girl that was selling water so she could get tickets to go to Disneyland.
Why was she trying to hide though?
Because she knew she was fucking wrong, and her business that involved selling weed to dogs was gonna be in trouble.
You beat me to it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know you knew about that. I'm sorry about that. I wouldn't have stole your thunder.
Yeah, no, her day job is that she makes medicinal weed edibles for dogs.
That's crazy, man.
First off, before we get into before we get into fair foul, I'm just gonna go ahead and call foul, but just give me a second. Just give me a second. Because we got to end the show with what's Eating Hannibal. I'm gonna do this shit in a second. But like real quick, how do you know that selling weed to dogs is a business that you want to get into? How do you discover that that's some shit you want to try to do? just be like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I was hanging out with my dog the other day, and he really liked this fucking spacewalker Kush. You know?
Wow.
And you know, and he pays me a lot. He pays me in dog money, and which is like real money, and I'm just gonna open a business. How do you discover that this is something that you want to get into? Selling, making edibles for dogs.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's a very specific and random thing to
That
get
is-
into.
That's very fucking random.
That is a job you only fall into due to privilege. Like, you're sitting around and you're like, well, I tried this, failed at it, tried that, failed at it. I wonder what happens if I get my dog high.
Yeah, I wonder how that works. Retarded, man.
That shit is insane. that shit is insane. Like, and then how do you know what type of weed your dog likes? Like, if I like mid, but my dog wants something stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The dog had a tough ass day of chasing squirrels, didn't catch none. He's like, man, I gotta calm the fuck down, man. You know what I'm saying? Do dogs get the munchies? And if so, what does that look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, every dog I've ever seen eats everything all the time. I've never seen a
Yeah, how do you test that shit?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, our dogs, we have, our thing is make sure that the bowl's full when you walk by. That's one of the things that happen here, and I'm not good at that. But our dogs don't eat everything in the bowl. I would assume that if one of my dogs got the munchies, both bowls would be empty.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
It'd be like, fuck, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat all of it.
Everything.
Like if a dog got high and you showed him Air Bud, like, would he think that was the greatest movie of all time? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, son, the rules don't say nothing about dogs not being able to play sports. This shit is crazy. Like,
man.
What would the dog say? I don't understand. And then why dogs? Why does it also work with cats? Like, what would happen if you gave a cat some weed? You know what I'm saying? Or like a ferret or a bunny or something like that. Have they tried this with other animals or just dogs? Exactly. I have so many questions about this.
Yeah, and that being said, Permit Patty, if you happen to see this, because you are hashtagged in the tags below, so when you find this to see if fuckers are still talking about you and if you can start selling weed to dogs again, you can relaunch your business here if you answer these simple questions. Come on the shit show. This is the greatest show on YouTube.
And just to add another caveat to the story, just like Corner Store Caroline, Peppermint Patty, Permit Patty also did not call the police. She was pretending.
Yep.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that shit is all the way.
Yeah. We'll get her on. Like, come on and defend yourself and promote your new dog weed business. We'll ask you the questions.
Like, is there any business that sounds more ultra left wing progressive liberal than a business that sells edibles to dogs? Like, I just feel like that person that runs that business is not calling the cops on black people or black children selling water outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, that seemed like you voted for Trump. But like, I don't just see people that vote for Trump having like these weed businesses also. Like, it just, I don't know, man. It's that whole business just seemed real strange.
I agree.
Liberal.
I'm ready to do this. What's Eating Hannibal.
All right. Let's do What's Eating Hannibal and take it to the end.
And end the show, right?
Yes.
It's a good one.
All right, here we go. Let's see what this video does.
Women drivers who talk during the movie, who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on Chicago. They shit on Miami. On New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians. They hate the South. They hate the rain. They hate the snow. They hate murder. They hate crime. They hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning. They hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons. Blithering idiots. Humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
Yes.
The irony is that What's Eating Hannibal played okay, you know, and all the
Yeah.
other videos,
Yeah, no,
you know,
that went great. That went great.
That's
I
just
think
great.
it's some type of goddamn conspiracy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's
You
what it
think
is. The
that stuff really
mainstream
works
liberal
on me?
media. No,
Liberal.
yeah. Every time I hear somebody call it the mainstream liberal media, I say, so just know everything you say beyond this point, I can't take seriously. I just want you to know.
Shut your murderous fat mouth.
I can't do it.
Sorry, I found an Alex Jones soundboard, if y'all are wondering. And I keep fucking with it.
Mainstream liberal media.
Yeah, I can't stop.
So,
Control freak.
I'm gonna run through this shit real fast so
Yes.
we can go ahead and get up out of here tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
So we normally do What's Eating Hannibal early on in the show, but I wanted to do What's Eating Hannibal at the end of the show tonight because I wanted to talk about something that was near and dear to my heart. And because we were talking about these white people that were unnecessarily calling the police on black people, black and brown people, and it's not just black people; they do this to brown people too. There's a story of the police getting called on like an Indian man, like a 75-year-old Indian man. And then when the police try to talk to him, he doesn't speak English. So the police end up like, he didn't respond to our commands. So they end up like slamming him to the ground, broke his ribs, broke his arms, all kind of shit. There's another story of like some Native American kids that were on a college campus tour. And because they didn't know anybody, they were only talking to themselves. And somebody called the police and was like, yeah, I think those guys are terrorists, not realizing that they were Native Americans. So it's not just something that happens to black people, something that happens to all black and brown people, all people of color, you know, in America. It's like we get stigmatized a certain way. And it's that stigma that I want to talk about. That's what's eating Hannibal today. What's eating Hannibal today is how black and brown people, and specifically I'm going to talk about black people, how we're portrayed in the media. For years and years and years, for decades, when they show black and brown people on TV and in movies, you know, we're typically typically shown as sex machine, like, you know, like sex fiends, buffoons, gangsters, or athletes. You know what I'm saying? That was basically the only capacity that they showed black people in film. Like, if you're going to be on TV or if you're going to be in a movie, you either had to be a dumbass, you had to be a gangster, you had to be a sex fiend, you had to be good at playing ball. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. And for a long time, as black people, we didn't have control over our own media. So a lot of what white America and what middle America and the evangelical Christians think about black people is their perception of what Hollywood has shown them for years and years and years. And then in the 70s, the late 60s, early 70s, black people started making their own films. And then we got a chance to have roles on, you know, having an executive hand in how we made our own TV shows. You know what I'm saying? And there were a lot of positive things that came from that. You know, the Cosby Show was one of those that gave us a positive representation of black people on TV and film. You know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air gave us some very interesting perspectives. There's lots of movies and TV shows. But the issue I have, the thing that's eating Hannibal the most, is that, like, if I catch white people, when I see white people watching TV and film, and they watch black people being the buffoons and the gangsters and the athletes and the sex fiends, you know, I'm upset, but I understand it because that's what's being pushed in their face. What pisses me off about black representation in the media is that when they make those same movies and TV shows that show black people personifying all those negative characteristics, black people watch that shit too. And that's the problem that I have, is that there are lots of people that attempt to make positive representations of black people on TV and on film, and we won't support those shits. You know what I'm saying? So then they'll make Antoine Fisher and we won't go see it. They'll make Ballast or The Great Debaters or Finding Forrester or Beasts of the Southern Wild, and we will not watch that shit. Anything that will show black people in a positive light, we won't go see it. So if they don't go see it, if white people don't go see it, if middle America don't support it, is one thing, but we won't fucking support it either. And that's the shit that pisses me off. All right? There's lots of...
Y'all went to go see Medea?
right. Like they'll go see Soul Plane. They'll go see who ate up all the watermelon or who made the potato salad. You know what I'm saying? But then they won't go see. God, I want to think of some real. Even like Proud Mary is a perfect example. You know what I'm saying? Which might not necessarily have been the best movie to go see.
Yeah.
But we don't know because we didn't fucking go see it.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and so you're one of a dozen people I know that went and saw it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good. That's not good.
Well, I didn't actually go to the theater. I actually cheated and saw it on the.
You know what? And I'm gonna talk shit about you later. We're gonna come back to that in a second. It pisses me off. Like I am all about supporting black art and black cinema. And look, let's be honest. Let's keep it 1,000. All right, like do buffoons and gangsters and sex fiends and athletes represent a part of our culture? Absolutely, it is absolutely a part of our culture. But just like it's a part of white culture, it's not all. It's not a total. It does not represent the totality of our culture.
Just like cooking meth is part of white culture, every character is not Walter White.
Exactly. Just like fucking having sex with your daughter, is a part of white culture. It doesn't mean that all white people do that shit. You know
majority.
The views and opinions expressed by Emperor Atheists are Emperor Atheists.
The point is like
all Muslims. Hey! All Muslims are not terrorists, but all terrorists are Muslim.
Look,
according to Fox News, right?
Yeah,
we're
gonna throw some right. We're gonna, you liberal media. We're gonna throw some right wing in this shit tonight.
Look, man, there is lots of great black art.
Liberal.
There's lots of great black art and great black cinema out there, that exists. And you know what I'm saying? It's not all gangster movies and fucking, like, it's not all gangster movies. It's not all fucking athlete movies and shit like that. Like, there's a lot of great art and cinema out there that exists that we won't fucking watch. When I was young, I can remember talking to my family members in Chicago wanting to watch The Cosby Show. And they looked at me sideways because I was watching The Cosby Show. I was like, why y'all looking at me so crazy? And they was like, because that don't represent black people. That's not our reality. That's not our truth. The black dad being a lawyer, the black mom being the black dad being a doctor, the black mom being a lawyer, them living in this fucking Brookstone, in Brooklyn. That's not true. That's not the reality that we come from. And I'm like, and this is why representation is so important. And I'm going to say this. When I went and saw Black Panther earlier this year, I think it was the second or third time I saw it. I'm not sure. I saw it a lot of times. But, it was the second or third time I saw it. When I came out the theater, when Jayla and I came out the theater, there was a black family that had went to go see the movie. And when they came out of the theater, and it was like mom, dad, a bunch of kids, aunties, uncles. It was like, them motherfuckers was deep, right? And when they came out the theater, it was a young girl. She had to be about 7 years old. And she said some shit that hit me in my heart. She looked up at her daddy and she said, "Daddy, you know what I want to be when I grow up?" And the daddy said, "What?" And he says, "I want to be like Black Panther. I want to be like T'Challa's sister Shuri. I want to be a scientist."
Yep.
I had never in my life heard a young black girl, a young black child say, "I want to be a scientist." She saw that movie and she was fucking inspired. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Representation is so important. There's so much good TV and there's so much good cinema out there that doesn't show black people being gangsters and buffoons and being ratchet and being ghetto and being and just sex fiends and all that bullshit. And we have to resist the narrative that is the total explanation of our lives. Because when white people meet us, they throw us in one of those 4 boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever, and I'm sure, Monty, you've had this happen before. Emperor Atheist, I know you've had this happen before. Have you ever talked to a white person, and then after y'all finished talking, the white person was like, "Man, you speak so well."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It's insulting as fuck.
My white friends, I'm like, so understand, that's not a compliment.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I know you think that's a compliment. That just means you don't know enough black.
You gotta straighten that shit out when they say that shit though.
Yeah.
Oh, I always do. You know what I'm saying? That shit bothers the fuck out of me. But as black people, we have to take the onus of responsibility. The same way you support everything that Tyler Perry puts out. And I'm not here to attack Tyler Perry. There's a lot of very good black cinema that exists. There's a lot of good black TV shows that exist. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't seen Dear White People on Netflix, if you're not watching ATL, like, there's other shows out there other than Power and Empire. All right, like go watch those shit.
Power that shit though. Power that shit though.
I'm not saying that it's not the shit. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is people like it because it's gangster, not because it's good.
Yeah, because it's just right. You're right. It's the same old now.
And that's the shit that bothers me. Niggas liking nigga shit. All right, there's much better art out there, and the only way we're gonna get the representation that we want, that we feel like we fucking deserve, is that we have to fight for it. And if they want to represent us the wrong way, we can't allow ourselves to represent ourselves the wrong way as well. And that's what's important.
All right, fair enough, man. That was a fucking damn good Eating Hannibal.
You want to understand why these people, like when they see black people at the pool and then they call the police because they think you about to do some rowdy gangster shit because that's what they see on TV. So help us make better shit be representative of us on TV. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even argue with you on that.
Of course not.
I agree 100%.
I got the dip in a minute, y'all. I don't know how
long
y'all going.
Well,
that was it.
That was it. We have reached the end of the shit show, and all my lights just shut off, so I don't know what happened. So it's even better. Like now we got mood music. Hang on, let's see. So with that, I'm gonna make sure we're gonna do a quick test real quick. Oh, nope, I can't. So my audio is not casting. Hang on. There we go. So once that connects, let's make sure. No, still not working. Wait, y'all talk a little bit till I figure this out.
Well, Emperor Atheist, it was a blast having you on the show. As always, as I expected, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to get you on future shows so we can, if no other reason, we can argue about the greatness of Eminem. I know you got some shit to say about it.
Okay, yeah, we definitely talk about that. I'm gonna come with all my evidence and reasons why he's not the best. He is great, right? He's not the best.
And you know what? I won't say that he's the greatest, but I think he's earned a spot in that conversation.
Oh yeah, you can say that. I mean, of course, that you definitely can say that.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
You can rap better than Offset. I mean, he's better than Gucci Mane and Offset. All those guys.
Hey, Gucci Mane said, and we didn't even talk about this on the show, but Gucci Mane said, he said, yeah, man, I don't feel like Eminem should be in that spot. You know, he said, I don't ride around in my car listening to Eminem. You know,
I mean, I don't either, but I mean, I get where he's coming from, but Eminem still is a hell of a lyricist. You can't take that from him.
Yeah, but
Gucci wasn't coming from the lyrical standpoint. He was saying that as far as just basically real niggas bumping Eminem. That's basically what he was saying. He was saying, yeah, I know he's down with the metaphors and all that. He said, but niggas ain't, basically what he was saying, niggas ain't riding around.
Well, see, here's the thing. Niggas he know ain't riding around listening to Eminem. Niggas in Detroit is listening to Eminem.
Well, yeah, niggas in Detroit, that's all they got. Boy, they got Big Sean.
I was, and I'm not going to get on a whole thing about this, and I'm sorry my angle changed because I had to adjust to close the show, but I was listening to, look, Screwface Jean, I'm hitting you up. Check this show out. You got to see, we're mentioning you here. He was just talking about this whole shit. They were saying that niggas in the hood and they ain't riding around listening to Eminem, but like Jay-Z said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Look at how much Kamikaze streaming. People just ain't admitting they're listening to Eminem.
Well, no, you can't. See, one thing about it's not about numbers lying. It's about your interpretation of the numbers being mixed up. I mean, most black people don't buy.
Give me some more. Educate me.
Eminem, when you talk about Eminem sales, right? You talk about, you know how many copies Eminem sold over his career?
A fuck ton. I don't know numbers.
This man is a diamond artist. He's a diamond artist. I mean, he done went 10 million.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the highest selling rap artist of all time.
He is. Now, why is that? You think that's because of black rap fans, hip hop fans? No, it's not.
I was actually having this conversation with a producer friend of mine, my buddy, who I absolutely want to get on the show because.
Yeah, do you think? I mean, that's not because of black fans. Hell, because they think he's the greatest. That's because white people, just the truth of the matter, because white people, oh man, we have a white guy. That's the same thing happened with Elvis. It's the same shit.
Well, it's not exactly the same shit. It's close to the same shit, but it's not exactly.
Let me finish. You interrupted me. Let me finish.
You're right. All right. You're right.
It's real close to the same thing because Eminem jumped into a culture that was a black and brown culture of music. Same thing Elvis Presley jumped into a culture of rock and roll. For people who don't know their music history, was a black culture. Rock and roll started with black people.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know that, if y'all don't know that, Ike Turner's considered the godfather of rock and roll.
Yeah, no.
First rock and roll song, Rocket 88. But Elvis Presley outsold Little Richard. He outsold Chuck Berry. He outsold Fats Domino, who was all considered rock and roll artists, not soul music artists. They were rock and roll artists. Why did he outsell them? Using their own music, because white people gravitated towards the white artists doing the same type of music.
Oh, facts. Big facts. Like
yeah.
Me and Ace Wonder.
Listen, man, if a black artist would have wrote Stan, it wouldn't have sold what it sold with Eminem. It's just the fact of the matter. Black people only make up 13% of this country. So when white people see something that, whoa, it's a white guy can do it. Rolling Stone even put this man on they hurry up and put him on the damn front cover talking about greatest of all time. This is shit that they do. These are subliminal messages they try to see.
Yeah, but here's my thing with
bigger than what it is, and it ain't that big. Man.
Here's my thing with that. While you are 100% right with everything you said, I agree with all of it.
I agree with most of it.
all right. Look, Hannibal agrees with most. I'll say I agree with all of it until proven wrong. But what about when you actually break down his lyrics? What if he actually is that good? And you got to ignore the hype, because I think he actually is that good.
Yeah, he is that good, but he's very lyrical. The way he put words together.
Yeah, I don't think Elvis was that good. I think that's the difference.
Was good. Elvis, I mean, you can't take. Elvis had great vocals. He could dance. Yes, he was good.
He was good, but he wasn't that good.
He wasn't good enough to be called the king of rock and roll, though.
Yes,
that's the point I'm making.
And I think Eminem is good enough to
he's not
to be in the GOAT conversation.
The greatest MC of all time.
He's good enough to be in the conversation.
Okay, that's all. We already said that. We agree with that.
Yeah,
so what is the conversation? The conversation is big, but we passed the conversation.
Yeah.
What you were saying,
white America deemed him the king of hip hop. That's what we talking about.
Yeah, it's wrong to deem him the king of hip hop right now. But
hip hop, listen, hip hop purists ain't did that. Ain't no hip hop purists deemed him the king of hip hop. White America deemed him the king of hip hop.
True.
That's the point I'm saying.
To the point that you were making about like Eminem sales are what they are because white people like him. And I think that's true. And I tell people all the time, if you want to tell, like, if you want to see any black
white people weren't trying to buy Kick in the Door by Biggie, man.
Yeah, that's not true. White people did buy that shit. Well, they didn't buy Kick in the Door specifically. They bought some of his other
gravitate to Biggie.
But like,
they didn't gravitate to Biggie like that.
No, they did gravitate towards Biggie like that. Because Biggie, like, anytime you have an urban artist that goes platinum, that's because white people was buying that shit. Not because of black people. It's because of white people. Like, there's no black artist that's going platinum off of black people alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only person that's been able to successfully tap into, like, an all-black audience and it make, like, for real, like, legit money on that shit is, like, Tyler Perry. Everybody else that's successful in this business, like, especially in the music business, that's an urban artist. If you're an urban artist and you go platinum, that's because white people listen to your shit, too. Like, black people love
man.
All right, look, check this out.
Go ahead, close out the show.
Yeah, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to clip this ending segment of the show out and leave this open-ended. Next time, Imp, when you're on the show, this is what the show is going to be about. We're going to dig into this. We're going to let the audience get involved.
Show part 2. And then, look, we'll have Emperor Atheist, and I'm going to get one of my producer partners. His name is That's My Buddy. And he's another one of them people that's on the anti-Eminem bandwagon, and I think that the four of us.
I'm not anti. I'm just about reality.
All right. Well, look, we're gonna talk it out. So look, and that's Hannibal. You said your piece.
Yeah.
Imp, you said your piece.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna say thank both of you, as I always do, for being on the show. Let me look at the camera, because
and you got 89 subscribers now too.
Oh hell yeah! Well, thanks for that. Thanks for making the show awesome enough, or letting people know how awesome we are, Emperor Atheist.
That's right. That's right.
And we will see you guys next week. And here's our traditional shit show closing.
This was a shit show.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
See y'all next week. Didn't work. See? Shit. There it is.